It's After Dark time, yeah. What's up, the people who listen to After Dark? We did record an After Dark. I'm probably going to edit some of that because it was bad and throw it at the end of this. I don't know if there was anything salvageable
No,
from it.
no, there's nothing salvageable from that. That's a wasteland.
Okay. Now people are going to be curious, so I'm definitely going to have to
I
do
know.
that.
Nope. Nope. It's with the Resident Evil episode. It's gone.
Oh my god. I forgot about that episode. I don't even know what
Yeah.
happened. I forgot about it entirely.
No one knows what happened because it was me, Kat, and her husband John, and the episode was such hot trash and it was going so poorly that I told everybody that my hard drive failed. And in fact, I my hard drive did not fail. I just deleted it. I didn't even save a copy. I literally just hit delete and was like, that'll never see the light of day.
I mean that happens. That happens sometimes. We've scrapped a couple episodes, nothing recently, but we got like an hour in and we're just like, this episode sucks. Let's just start over.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't happen to us too often anymore.
Yeah.
Like things really have to go off the rails. It's a little bit tighter when it's just me and you, I think. Less likely for that to happen.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because we're the best. We're Chris
No,
Tiger Wolf told me I was born to be an entertainer, which I took as high praise. I think he was talking about YouTube videos for some reason, but apparently, Johnny, I was born to be an entertainer. I think he was calling me a clown.
oh, did you just watch Stephen King's spin-off series to It, Welcome to Derry?
I did not, but Ada wants to watch that.
I just finished it. It's pretty good.
Was it good? Was it like really good, or was it like Mike Flanagan horror show? Like, oh, this is pretty good.
See, I think, you know,
So Stephen King's like his legacy is like The fucking Shining. So I realize it's not an adaptation of the book 100%, but like he's got some pretty good stuff out there.
yeah, no, well, he's also got a bunch of stinkers. There's a lot more Stephen
Whoa, are
King
you
movies
calling
than you think.
Maximum Overdrive a stinker?
Yeah, and Night Flyer, just hot garbage.
Unbelievable. I thought you were
Yeah.
a fan.
I am a fan, quite a fan. But I recognize not everything is a winner. He's got like that movie Cell. The adaptation of Bag of Bones was okay. Lisi's story I wanted to like, but just couldn't get into it. But this is definitely R-rated horror. This is not PG-13 horror, Tyler. But
Cool.
you will find parts of it obnoxious, but I think you will find other parts good.
I think it's one of those shows where like the I don't know what the word for the fucking like normie YouTubers talk about. So every once in a while, there's like, they all talk about Stranger Things, or they're all talking about the latest Marvel movie. And Ada does watch. I forget which one she watches.
New Rock Stars.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. New Rock Stars.
Got it. Nailed it. Yep.
So though we end up watching a bunch of those shows. So I will probably end up watching it. Literally, we watch the shows because she enjoys watching the recaps more than like the show itself sometimes.
The New Rock Stars recaps are pretty good. That guy's pretty good. I find a lot of people obnoxious, and he's usually just like enthusiastic. And there's something to be said for just taking cynicism and putting it on the shelf. Doesn't mean that he doesn't have critiques, but
he doesn't say anything bad about anything. It could be the worst fucking episode of the worst fucking show, and he'll talk about like all the best parts of it.
He will talk about, but he will say, "Oh, well, this wasn't everyone's taste." Like, look, he's generally optimistic. I led with that, but there are. It's when he critiques, though, there isn't like that. Like, oh, I have to be contrary to be contrary. He's not the cynic to be the cynic. And the YouTube videos I'm talking about, they just need to shit on everything because that's their MO.
Yeah. But the thing is, they're like the opposite. So like some people have to be negative because to get the views, but I think they are trying to appeal to like people who are into anything popular and nerdy, and they can't just like be saying like, fucking Last of Us 2 sucks. Let me compare this bullshit in the books. They got to be like, wow, look at $100 million on this episode they spent.
I think there was some Star Wars stuff that are just like, we're just not talking about this because we aren't enjoying it.
Well, see, they didn't talk about it because they're not enjoying it.
Yeah, well, I mean, that is criticism in itself because that's money that they didn't put into their pockets.
So, do you watch this channel? Because they have like a rotating cast. It's not called New Rockstars. It's like their after show, whatever. And I like Jessica
Uh,
Clemens, and I like the guy with the man bun, and I don't like their other cast of characters because I'm a picky consumer.
no, I don't watch too much of it. It comes across. We've seen it for a few shows, and I generally don't hate him. But again, I do like my content with a little more bite. Um, I don't mind when people are critical to be critical of a thing. Um, it doesn't stop me from enjoying the parts I enjoyed. Like again, Welcome to Derry. There are things I liked about it a lot. I think Skarsgård as Pennywise is just delightful. You know, it's just like, man, this guy, like, whatever. Okay. Like, and maybe you feel like you've seen it before, but I don't know. He's a
I
really
get it.
Yep. Thank you. You got there. Thanks, Tyler. I think he does a very good job, and I'm enjoying what he's doing.
Yeah, I didn't even realize this had Bill Skarsgård. She
Yeah.
told me about the show because I don't keep up on TV. Like I keep up a little on movies, and I was like, well, it doesn't have Bill Skarsgård, so like, what's really the point? But it does have Bill Skarsgård, so
It does.
it's neat.
And the first episode is like, does not have him in the first episode really, but holy shit, the first episode, you're just like, whoa, is this the tone we're setting right off the bat? Right, this right here, huh? Okay.
All right, you're
Okay.
selling it. You're doing a good job.
I'm just saying that the movie It, the book It, and this show, they do not like children. Fuck kids.
Dude, I don't like kids. I hate how kids get like free rides in horror movies. I want to see them all die, man. I love that shit.
Just go watch the first episode and then tell me how you feel. There are some parts that later down the line that I'm less enthusiastic about, but the first episode I was like, holy shit.
Right.
What just happened? What did I just watch?
All right, I'm in. I'm looking at the IMDb ratings, and it gets better as the show goes on, which is usually a good sign. Sometimes it's like, yeah, the first 3 episodes are great, and then the last episode is like a 5.9, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't even want to. Like, I'm just gonna watch this for 8 hours and get disappointed if the last episode's bad.
Yeah. The other thing this does is it really seeks to tie in the lore of it in the Stephen King universe. It's building the threads. So I enjoy that. You know, as someone who likes the Dark Tower and all of this is meaningfully connected in some ways, you know, some more meaningful than others. I enjoy that kind of stuff because Stephen King has been building a multiverse for ever. Like
that's the kind of shit the YouTube videos are going to be like, did you know that this was actually from the Dark Tower book 3 and you missed it because you're stupid and don't read books?
Oh, you never heard of the Deadlights?
Fucking every Game of Thrones recap is like, actually in the book.
Yeah, actually in the book, it never got finished, so you'll never fucking know because fuck George R.R. Martin.
Oh, no, I'm sure he's
doing
shit. Fine. He's working on it. This is our complaint about authors segment. All right, we're getting into the After Dark.
Yes. Should you want to bring up Patrick Rothfuss real quick?
No, just quick update. George R.R. Martin is 77 years old, guys.
Hey, quick update. George R.R. Martin is not finishing this book. Just make peace with that and root for Sanderson or some team to come in.
It's definitely not going to be Sanderson.
My buddy used to be like, Johnny, you don't understand, okay? Because Game of Thrones, there's so many plot points. You know, it's all these intricate threads. It like, you know, it takes him a long time to like parse it out and like really get through it. And, you know, and that's why it's taking so long. Such a defender. And I'm just like, God, man, get off his dick. But he was then watching some YouTube videos where people were like tying together all the theories and threads of the book and the show. And he was like, oh no, these people have all the threads and everything mapped out. Like if he's having trouble, there's actually videos that could coach him through his own fucking works. God damn. And then he like kind of changed his mind. He's like, God damn, this asshole is just never going to do it. And I enjoyed that because, you know, I don't like when authors just feel like they can get away with it and just be like, well, I'm not really going to go do this thing. If you're going to do it, do it. If not, just say you're not. I don't like this stringing along. I don't like excuses. I don't like all the bullshit associated with it. It's why I cannot stand Patrick Rothfuss. You know, look, I really like Name of the Wind. Really like it. Really
All right.
like it a
Yeah,
whole
I
lot.
know. I know. All right. We're not doing another
It
Patrick
makes me mad.
Rothfuss thing.
I'm
Um,
just saying, it makes me mad because he could just come out and be like, I'm not going to do it. Guys, it got too much. I'm in my head. I'm having problems. I don't know if I'll ever get this done.
surely he has a contract with his publisher that says, George, you have to write this book. We've paid you $50 million already.
No, that's the thing. Don't you know that these guys are artists and you can't make an artist do anything? I hate the defenders too. Just like get off the dick. Like it's okay. It's okay to be like, maybe, oh, you artist, blah, blah, blah. You know what? They aren't doing this for the love of the game. Okay. They're getting well paid.
Yeah, but he's fucking 77 years old and a millionaire. What does he need another book for?
Yeah, and you can see exactly where that motivation looks like. He's got other things. He's written other things and just is not going back to that for whatever reason. Again, it might feel too big. He might feel the weight of the show, and maybe his ending got exposed and he's just unhappy with it. He just doesn't want it. He just has no passion for it. And that's okay. It's okay to just be like, I'm never finishing this at the end. But I just wish people would come out and say that.
I wonder is there any other unfinished book series as popular as Game of Thrones? And I don't mean like in progress. I mean like seems like it will end unfinished.
Just the Wheel of Time.
But that was finished by Brandon Sanderson. So the reason we brought that up for people who don't know, Robert Jordan wrote the first 11 books of Wheel of Time, and then he died. And Brandon Sanderson, very, very prolific fantasy author Brandon Sanderson, picked up his notes and wrote the last 3 books. And it apparently worked out fine. I don't know, because I could not make it through 3 Wheel of Time books because that series is so fucking boring.
Oh my God. The first book, you're like 800 pages in and you're like dying. You're just like, you know what? I don't need content and this is like in the wasteland of the 90s when I needed fantasy more. And I was just like, you know what? I don't need it this bad. I'll just go reread something I enjoy. This is terrible.
It's not terrible. I'm like, man, I like fruity descriptions and shit, but Robert Jordan is like, we're in an empty field. Let me describe it for 6 pages.
It's too much.
I really need to set the scene.
Everyone's like, oh, there's some really great ideas in here. And I'm a big, I love ideas guy. I can forgive a lot of bullshit if the idea anchoring everything is really solid, but I couldn't get into it. It just did not speak to me at all. I watched, I think, the first season of the show on Netflix, and I was like, yeah, that's all right. They kind of distilled some of this down, and I kind of enjoyed it. But, I didn't go back for it.
You give Brandon Sanderson George R.R. Martin's notes. If he knows nothing about Game of Thrones, he'll have that book out in 6 months.
Dude, there are, there are plenty of YouTube videos that will explain it to him and tell him everything that is there and what is likely to happen. And then he can be like, I think maybe I'll change this and go with this. There's literally YouTube videos and channels dedicated to this very thing.
Helping George as he's cognitively declining. Let's help him write his own book.
Famously, as you get older, your mental faculties increase.
Especially in your late 70s. That's really, that's the peak, is what most people say.
Yep. Definitely. All right. We've bitched about authors and books, and we've talked about it. That's the After Dark, everyone. See you later.
All
bye.
right. Good one.
All
right. No. I'll just edit this, and I'll put some stuff from the first one at the end, and that's it. Perfect.
No. I've got questions for you. Tyler, I don't even know how we got here. We're just chatting. I have some questions for you. Just some bullshit questions.
All right.
Are you ready to answer bullshit questions?
I suppose so.
And this stemmed from a question that I thought about. And then I was like, oh, I want to ask Tyler dumb questions just like this. Consider it like dumb icebreaker questions, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, people really need to get to know me. This podcast has only been on the air for, I don't know, a long time. Actually, you know what? The longest running video game collecting podcast, because the RF Generation Collector Cast has not had an episode for 2 years. So I think Collector's Quest is officially the longest running collecting specific.
We are. Podcast. And one of the longest running video game podcasts in existence.
I mean, I don't know about that because video games is a big topic.
One of the longest.
But, and very professional, as this awkward pause shows. But what questions did you have for me, Gianni?
I'm just going to say, if anything, just saying things now are facts, so we can get away with whatever we want. So, Tyler, if you found an exact duplicate of yourself, a clone, if you will, if that makes you feel better about
We're
it.
getting married. It's gonna be we're gonna have a situation with a situationship with my wife. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, well, you can get into all that. And there's two ways people take this question. Do you think that if you found an exact double of yourself, that you would become best friends with it, or it would be too much and you wouldn't like yourself?
Oh, best friends easily. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. It would be the best.
Absolutely best friends, right?
Yeah. It's not even like a question.
There are some people who they're like, no, I could not deal with a copy of myself. And I have always been of the mind that it would be great to have a copy of myself. You tell me why you think this way, though.
Johnny, I could sit down and play like Atari and shit with myself. No, do you know how I have all these games that I like playing, these old fucking computer games and Atari games and bullshit, and like there is no one on planet Earth who's gonna play them with me. And like, yes, if I went over your house across the country and I dragged out an Odyssey 2, you would humor me for a few hours and play those games. But if I was just living with a clone of myself and I could do that shit whenever I want, that would be the fucking best. We could read the same books. We could talk about the same stupid fucking books that we're reading.
Tyler,
we could watch the same stupid movies.
Out. You wouldn't need to drag the Odyssey out. You would have already done it for you.
Exactly. So it would be a person like I understand everything they're thinking, and we could totally do the thing where it's like, all right, you work half the time, I work half the time, and we'll just like make the finances work. We'll just like squeeze a third person into my household, and I'll only have to work half the time.
Yeah. And the other half of the time will be fuck around time. And your other person already knows that, and they agree.
And they have the same exact thoughts, so they're not like trying to trick me. They're not trying to get a one up on me. This is the best thing ever. I want a clone. Give me a clone.
100%.
Don't give me an AI. Don't give me an Elon Musk robot. Give me a clone of myself.
Absolutely. Figure out how to. I've been wanting this since I saw the movie Multiplicity, and they were facsimiles, so they got a little dumber each time. And I do love Multiplicity, but I was like, man, it would be so good to have a clone of myself. It would just be that you would just make your own best friend. And that's when I started to ask other people this question. And, this is 20 some odd years ago, maybe longer now. And people are like, oh no, that would be horrible. I would never want to like live with myself or deal with myself. I'm like, what do you mean? I
feel bad for your partner if you know that about yourself and you haven't changed yourself.
It seems really weird to me. Or they're just like, well, I know I'm too much and I'm emotional and I'm this and I'm that. I'm just like, but you would understand yourself. It would be so easy to forgive yourself because you understand why you're like that.
Exactly. And also
my empathy is built in.
I'm like a kind of guy who like I walk into a room and I see a little mess and I'm like, fuck, I gotta just like clean this up a little bit. If I had another person in my house who was just like looking at stuff like that and being like, fuck, I gotta clean this up a little bit, and everything just got like way cleaner, it'd be so good. Be so good.
I brought this kind of scenario up to Carly. She's like, well, what if you were both thinking like, someone going to clean that up? And you're like both kind of waiting around. And I was like, that would be fine, Carly, because eventually one of us, we're a little confrontational. We would say, hey, who's going to do this? And then we would come to an understanding and it would never be a problem again. And we would understand the outcome.
So it's a little bit like the idea of the pleasure machine where you kind of plug your because like if this person is so perfect and understands you so well, like at a point do you even want to interact with other people? Like I don't know, maybe it's not, but like I guess maybe I'm not the best friend that I could be. Am I the best friend that I could be for myself though? Like maybe I am. Like maybe I would be my own best friend, like genuinely. Like, do you want someone with like different interesting interests, or do you want someone who's into the exact same shit as you? Because like I feel like you would want someone who could challenge you or think different thoughts or have different interests. But the idea of someone who is just 100% on board with everything sounds pretty good too.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is some people are like, oh, they'd just be a sycophant. No, they wouldn't. You would be at an understanding. Like you don't. It's not one person trying to please the other one. The outcome of you guys being the same might be pleasure, but it wouldn't be through like there's no coercion and there's no like, well, I have to. It's not I have to do this for that person. You would just be doing it because that's the thing you are doing, and the outcome would be happiness on both sides.
It's pretty great. I think that one of my favorite movies is The Prestige, and I think they got it completely wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Not what clones would be like at all. Although, Borland did kind of become best friends. You know what? Maybe don't spoil The Prestige. Okay, it's been 20 years. Go watch The Prestige and then listen to my comment. Borland did kind of become best friends with his clone because he did go to somewhat extreme lengths to maintain his clone act.
Yeah.
So the other part of this, though, we can clone dogs. And if you clone a dog, they have a completely different personality. This is a very funny part of the rehearsal season 2. The best season of television of any show ever put together? ? Where they follow around a couple who spent like $60,000 to clone a couple of their dead dogs, and they're clearly unhappy with the results because they have these dogs that look just like their old dogs, but have completely different personalities. And it's sad. It's horrible. So it has to be like same personality that somehow gets transferred in.
Yeah. Well, and so then you start to wonder, is you clone yourself at that moment? Is that the point where your timeline splits? Do you start to have diverging things through divergent actions?
I mean, yeah. So you're going to have to become two different people. But I think if you start from the same starting point, it's not going to be a problem. Like you could put me at, 18 years old and have a clone of us, and we'll still be more or less similar to where we end up now. If you clone me at like 7 years old, I'm probably going to have too many different experiences to turn into the same person, though, right?
Yeah. I think like once you hit 30, things are pretty solid there. And
God, my life hasn't changed since I was like 23, Johnny. Maybe I got a little fatter since then because I stopped walking around so much.
Happens, but you'd have more time. You could walk together. You'd have someone to motivate you.
Dude, I could go on hiking trips with myself because Ada doesn't like going outside, and my fucking hiking buddy was like, I'm gonna have 2 kids, and now we never go on fucking backpacking trips anymore. But if I had a clone, we could go every weekend.
Yep.
I'm talking about you, Donald. God damn it. You're over there being a great father and stuff.
How dare he? Okay.
I just want to have fun and not worry about life and responsibilities. I'm going to be 18 forever.
We are emotionally stunted human beings, and we want to live at this point forever.
I want to remember NES forever, because NES was my favorite console when I was a kid, and now it's all I want to think about all day.
Yep, the end. All right, I have more questions. Are you ready to keep going down this road with me?
Yeah, before that, since we're talking about video games, though, Greg, Greg Games, Dylan, you might know his real name. He posted a video he's been saving up. He's been selling off his collection to buy a sealed Super Mario Brothers. And the funny part is he hasn't finished selling off his collection, but he did find a copy of Super Mario Brothers for sale. And the YouTube headline is like, I spent $15,000 on a video game. And thinking of our latest psychology episode, I commented, great. That just means next time to feel this same dopamine rush, you'll have to spend $20,000. It's like
excellent news.
Once you buy a $15,000 video game, you look at the $1,000 video games and you're like, those aren't going to make me happy anymore. Right? He's going to start selling his lower sealed stuff and start buying crazier sealed shit. I guarantee that's what happens. I'm not saying that this is like a problem. I'm just saying once you set a new normal, you're going to have to chase it. It's like drugs. So
yeah, I don't know. So like, because I've bought plenty of expensive games and I'm not out there chasing them. I just bought a $6 game and I'm very happy with it. And I bought a very expensive game right next to it. And I might be equally happy with both.
I'm not. I mean, like as soon as I upgrade to like complete in box, I'm never going to be happy with a card again. It's not about the price, but there is a certain level of different.
That's a level. That's a metered difference in.
But like the same thing, like a sealed Super Mario Brothers is on a certain level of collectible, and like, are you going to go back to a sealed Xbox game after that and be just as happy? I don't think so. Do
you want me to give you my 2 examples and we can decide?
Give me your examples.
Okay. All right. So Josh Byerly was like, "Hey, do you have this stuff?" He was in a Goodwill, and he showed me a picture of Shutter Island, a PC game. I was like, "What the fuck, Shutter Island got a video game?"
Shutter Island game? That's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, what is this? I was like, man, I'm really excited. You know, I love finding games based on horror movies. It's like peak for me. So I bought Shutter Island. That one, the disc was cracked, so I didn't buy that. It was also missing its slipcase because it was, it's one of these DVD games from like the mid to late 2000s or mid
Oh
to
my,
like
it's a hidden
2000.
object game?
Yeah.
On Shutter Island? Come on.
Yeah. I know. Weird. So, they always have those dumb slipcases. It was missing the slipcase, disc was cracked. I was like, no. I went on eBay. I got it for $7 or something. Not a big deal. Not a lot of money. Like $7 shipped, Tyler. I spent nothing on this game. Like less than a sandwich. And I also bought Barbie Groom and Glam Pups for the 3DS. Set killer for, and I'm just as happy with both. Really, I'm happy I own both of them.
All right, Johnny. I don't know what to say about that.
Am I a weirdo? Am I like an outlier? Is that just like a weird thing?
I think that's a pretty weird thing. I think most people would enjoy. As stupid as Barbie Groom and Glam Pups on 3DS is, the rarest and most expensive 3DS game, as far as I know. I don't know anything about 3DS, but yes, I think everyone on Earth would be more happy with that than Shutter Island on PC. So something's wrong with you.
Okay, I was just delighted a Shutter Island game exists.
It's very funny. There's a review on Amazon that says the story is too hard to follow. Like, guy,
You ever watched the movie?
It says he watched the movie, but
okay.
I mean, yeah, there's a little bit hard to follow that movie a little bit. Maybe one of those movies you watch twice. Hey, if you haven't watched Shutter Island.
Oh. Yeah, you definitely should. Whoa, that was a weird power outage.
Yep,
we're back.
Oh. All right, cool.
Okay. After dark, so you don't even need to do anything about it. You just leave it in.
Leonardo DiCaprio, Johnny, seems like not a great guy, but in a lot of really good movies. What's going on with that, Johnny?
It's not my place to tell him how to live his life. Some people, there are a certain class of man who would look at Leonardo DiCaprio's life and be like, that's ideal.
I think if we asked him about Shutter Island, a movie he's been in, versus the Groom and Glam game, I think he would be into the grooming game.
Oof. If you don't know what that joke was about, go check out Leo.
Go check out Leo. 51-year-old man Leonardo DiCaprio.
I'm just saying that's pretty quality joke from you. That's one of your best ones, I think. That was a real knife twist. I love it. All right. Normally you don't get those out. I
don't get those out.
Yeah. Okay. Here's another dumb question for you, Tyler. Do you think you are more rational than most collectors? Or are you just better at justifying your choices?
Oh man, that's a hard question. I feel like if you ignore everything I already own and just look at what I purchase now, I would say I'm probably more rational than average. I am super particular about what I have now, or what I purchase. But in terms of owning thousands of video games, literally thousands of games I don't even want, and I've just been too lazy to sell. I'm looking right now. I got probably 100 Xbox games on my immediately to sell right now table behind me, but they've been there for a month because I'm just the laziest person in the world. And I think the rational thing to do would be to sell 70% of my collection that I absolutely don't care about. So if my existing collection counts, no, I'm not the most rational collector. But in my purchasing habits, I think I am way more focused than the vast majority of people. I would put myself in the top 10% of focused collectors in terms of what I buy new. I mean, You hear me on the show. I buy one or two things a month now.
Yeah. This year was a little bit of a different year. I might call it a regression. I'm not sure. We'll have to evaluate that.
Oh, in some kind of year-end episode?
Yeah. Well, yeah. One we might do shortly.
Damn. All right.
All right. Cool. So Tyler, following these lines, is rarity overrated or just misunderstood?
Where are these questions coming from?
From my brain.
Is rarity overrated or misunderstood? I mean, it's definitely both, obviously, but because people, it's crazy that something like Little Samson, it rose to prominence in the early-ish eBay era, and it has maintained its status on top, regardless of the fact that we now know there are rarer games. If you asked someone in the early 2000s, like the rarest NES games, they'd probably put like Little Samson would probably be up there. And now, if you ask any serious collector what the rarest, like straight up rarest NES games are, you know, they're going to talk about, oh, well, Hong Kong Mahjong and Myriad 6 and 1, Cheetah Men 2. Like, they're going to bring up all the real rarest stuff. I still think it's overrated, though. I think, because, you know, you go on like Reddit game collecting and they're talking about the same fucking, oh, my PS2 horror games. Oh, I got the Rule of Rose. And it's like, oh, like, all right. So the reason it's overrated is because the things people get excited about as rarities, and I'm talking about Little Samson, I'm talking about Rule of Rose, they're not fucking rare. If you have like a genuine rarity, no one else fucking has it. And I'm gonna, all right, here, I'll toot my own horn because I can look around my room. It's one of the closest things to me. I have the I don't remember the Japanese name. It's Ring King for the Famicom. It's a prize cartridge that's a 1 of 16. It's a gold cartridge of Ring King that you got it for winning local tournaments in Japan. The top 16 people in the world got this copy of the game. That's fucking rare. Nobody has that. I'm allowed to call that rare. Fucking Rule of Rose is not rare. You're allowed to be excited for it. I think that there are 100 other things on PS2 that you could be equally excited for as Rule of Rose. I'm not saying Rule of Rose sucks. It's just like, it's not the grail that people say it is. Your dog can eat it and you'll be fine.
Okay. Interesting take.
Just okay. Is it really that interesting of a take?
It is.
All right. What? That rarity's overrated. Or, well, no, what was it? Overrated or misunderstood?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, that's my take either way. My take is that it doesn't matter. I think people are focused on the wrong rare things is really what I think.
Okay. Tyler, do you think video game preservation is actually just video game possession? You know, is this a wolf in sheep's clothing, or is there really such a thing as video game preservation?
Video game preservation doesn't fucking matter. There is, what was I looking at? Hold on, let me think. Oh, it was the history of computer worms. The history of computer worms, like viruses and stuff, is so well documented. And I'm sure stuff has been lost to time, but like we have copies of all the earliest computer worms, which is so interesting to me. And like the history of who started it and what happened and what the impact was of everything, of like an area of study that you would think would want to be forgotten. It's like a bad thing, computer viruses. But obviously like security researchers are interested in this kind of stuff. And it's so well documented. And I think video game preservation matters in terms of like, oh, we've got like 2 museums in the world keeping PDP-1 computers operational, these ancient mainframes that are like really historically significant. Or there's the Plato network. There's this recreation of the Plato network. I don't remember what it's called. Look it up. It's incredible. And you could log onto it and download all these Plato network games and play them multiplayer. Most Plato network games are multiplayer. You can play them on modern computers. And you can actually connect to that from a real terminal. It's a pain in the ass and you shouldn't do it, but that's keeping real history alive. Dumping a PS5 game to redump.org or whatever, however people dump games, like it matters in some sense, but also somebody's going to do it. Like you're definitely not helping at all in terms of that. Some Russian piracy group will have everything dumped, but also in terms of things that actually matter, we have 99.8% of it. Like, and you think of video game history, what matters? What matters is Super Mario Brothers is available to play in an emulator. What matters is when World of Warcraft goes online, there are ways to play World of Warcraft even without Blizzard. That's the kind of preservation that matters, and everything that matters, I think, is pretty much taken care of. You know, you see, like, there's these Japanese preservation groups, then they're like, we did it, we found this obscure PC 6601 game that no one ever heard of by a legendary programmer, no one's ever heard of him, and this was his first game, it's a Space Invaders clone, and we dumped it, and it's like, yeah, all right, I mean, it's cool, but it doesn't fucking matter.
All right.
All right.
Next question.
You're not even going to give a take on this?
I gave a big take on the first thing, but I wanted this mainly to be about your answers. So I'm trying not to step on you. I'm just trying to let you have your takes.
That's my take.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. Game flipping. Is that okay? Is capitalism okay?
Well, capitalism is very not okay. But game flipping, yeah, game flipping's great. What are you talking about? That's the best.
Is that not just capitalism?
Well, we could have a wider discussion about the socioeconomic impact of capitalism on the world. But what I really think is that we need to raise taxes. We need to become a country that it becomes okay with higher taxes, Johnny. But yeah, what's wrong with game flipping? It's great.
Do we need to be a country of higher taxes,
Yes.
or do the right people need to be taxed?
Both.
Okay.
Because the way that the way that the fucking people in power trick you into giving billionaires taxes is they'll be like, you get a temporary tax cut for 5 years of 6%, and this billionaire gets a 2% tax cut forever. That's fair, right? And you look at like the raw numbers. Obviously, the billionaires are getting a much, much better deal, but they get to be like, oh, we're cutting taxes. Everybody's happy. And so we need to do the opposite. We need to raise taxes on everybody, which is going to raise taxes on the billionaires way fucking more. But that'll never. Our country's stupid, and we'll never vote for tax raising because we're a stupid country who wants to not have money, but then we spend it. That's what America is. Johnny, we're talking about game flipping.
I understand.
Yeah, game flipping rules. What do you do? That's the fucking best. Do you know what I do? You know where I buy all my games? I buy them on eBay.com. Who am I buying them from? Someone who bought a game and is reselling it on eBay. That's great. What do? I go to game conventions. What is it full of? You think game conventions are full of like, oh, just regular Joe collectors who, oh, just selling some extra games? No, that guy has like 6 copies of Super Mario Brothers 3. Yeah, he's flipping those copies of Super Mario Brothers 3. That's nice. That they add liquidity to the market. Do you know how hard it would be? Like, the world before eBay is essentially the world before flipping collectibles. How much harder was it to buy collectibles? That's why things like stamps were so expensive in the 80s and the 70s, because people didn't realize just how fucking common some stamps were, because certain dealers had cornered like the entire market for penny blacks. Penny blacks, by the way, just we could talk about stamps, like over 40 million of them printed, which is a shitload for the most significant stamp ever. And just dealers have fucking all of them and are able to charge these outrageous prices because people can't just go on eBay and be like, oh, there's 6,000 of them for sale. I could just go buy one for $40. So yeah, flipping it's the best. The more flippers we have, the easier it is to buy games.
So would you say that a high number of flippers is a healthier video game economy?
I don't know. So, like, you look at the sealed game market, and I feel like, in some sense, like, most people in the sealed game market are looking to flip games for more money. There's the quote unquote true collectors, but is that a healthy market? Like, that's how you go from 2021 to 2024, where, a lot of stuff has dropped 50% in value because everyone bought it in 2021 to flip, and now there's no one left to resell it to. I don't know what the right ratio is. I mean, the right ratio is where probably prices go up at the same pace as inflation. And if there's too many flippers, it becomes too swingy. And if there's too few flippers, there's not enough liquidity. There's probably a happy medium somewhere. And I think the market probably figures itself out, because if there's too many flippers, then all of a sudden people are buying stuff and they can't resell it to anyone. I would say probably the fucking Pokemon market probably has too many flippers, and that will eventually crash on itself because of it.
All right. I think so too. You wanted my opinion.
Thank you for your deep
Pokemon
opinion
statement.
All right, perfect.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's go into some judgment or taste questions.
Oh, judgment's a great set.
Yeah. So
what was that with Scourge and what was that block?
I was talking about the PS3 Eye of Judgment. Actually.
Oh yeah. The reason I bought a PS3, that and Pain. PSN game, everybody remembers Pain. Literally the reason I bought a PS3.
What game is beloved that is not actually good?
Vampire Survivors. 100% easiest question in the fucking world.
Is that beloved?
That is, but it's one of the highest rated games on Steam. Hold on. I'm going to steamdb.info. I'm going to look up the highest rated game on Steam. Oh, this is by players. How do I look up? I'm just gonna look up highest rated Steam games. This is beloved. Have you played it?
No.
All right, Steam250.com has the top 250. Vampire Survivors is the 6th highest rated game on Steam out of tens of thousands of games. Every good game ever. This isn't like the PS4 or the Nintendo Switch where there's only, the game, a couple thousand games that came out. Steam basically has every fucking game ever made from the 70s through now. Number 6 on that list is Vampire Survivors. It's the worst game that's come out in the past 10 years. 100%. I don't care what indie bullshit. If you're giving me a worse game, it's like a Vampire Survivors clone. It is the most nothing bullshit game. I hate it so much. It's beloved, and it's horrible.
I mean, do you think, though, conflating all the games that have ever come out onto a Steam, on Steam, don't you think that's like not accounting for recency bias?
What are you talking about?
So all these people haven't played all of those games. They wouldn't know to love them. There's too much history between most people on Steam and all the games that have come out. So it's going to tend, higher rated games are going to be more recent games.
This game is 3 or 4 years old. It's not
that
like
would
it
be
just
recent compared to the 70s.
I mean, yeah. Just to go over the top games, one is Stardew Valley. Probably a little overrated, best game of all time. Portal 2, not overrated. Terraria, People Playground, I have no idea why that's on this list.
Terraria? Really?
I like Terraria.
That's the 3rd best game ever?
I think it's one of those games where like some people who get into it play it for like 4,000 hours, and that's why.
That's fair. Okay.
Left 4 Dead 2, which I think is kind of funny to have at number 5, but like, can you fault it? Like, is there anything wrong with Left 4 Dead 2?
Not really.
Vampire Survivors, Euro Truck Simulator 2, Hades, Portal 1, definitely overrated. Schedule 1, which is a stupid game to be on this list, is number 10. That's the game that came out this year. That's definitely overrated. It's like a stupid Unity drug simulator. Honorable mention to Hades as being, that's nowhere near as bad as Vampire Survivors. Vampire Survivors is an actively bad game that shits on video games as a medium. And so if you don't know what Vampire Survivors is, it's a quote unquote reverse bullet hell. And what that means is you play a guy who just walks around while enemies come in from the edges of the screen, and you slowly power up over time. And each level is 30 minutes long. And after about 5 minutes, you have enough power-ups where you could literally stand there and do nothing, and enemies can't hit you. And then there's just a bunch of flashing lights and dangling keys in front of a baby on the screen while you sit there for 25 minutes waiting for the level to end. And it's just like, it's a dopamine simulator similar to like a Diablo 2 or something, but you don't even play the game to get the dopamine. It just happens to you because there's absolutely no difficulty to the game at all. It's like Cookie Clicker, but pretending it's an actual video game. I like Cookie Clicker. I think the idea of completely abstracting all gameplay and making it into menus, I think that's kind of a funny, unique thing, but they've tried to pretend it's an action game, and it's not, and I hate it so much.
All right. I haven't played it, so I can't really say.
Have you played Hades? Hades is also terrible.
Nope, I haven't.
Right. Have you played Journey? I'm going to give the number 3 nod to Journey.
I have played Journey.
All right. So Vampire Survivors, I think, is the most overrated game of all time. I'm not going to say Hades is number 2. Hades is a pretty good game. It's just nowhere near as good as people say it is. But yeah, Journey is, of real video games, I don't know if Vampire Survivors is like a real video game. Of real video games that like have won Game of the Year awards and shit, Journey is the most overrated game of all time by a long shot.
Yeah, I think people still understand overrated. Something can be great and still be overrated.
Well, I don't think Journey's great. I think Journey's like a 3 out of 10.
I understand that, but I'm saying in general, a thing can be great and still be overrated.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Portal 1, for instance, it's on that top 10 list. I agree that's an overrating for that game, but Portal 1 is great.
Oh, absolutely, Portal's great. Like a Portal, like I wouldn't even complain if you said Portal's a 10 out of 10, because Portal's like an hour long. Like, what are you gonna like? Yeah, you could criticize that like the first 35 minutes of the game. Yeah, it's easy, and then the second half, it doesn't really matter how easy it is because it's so fucking interesting, and it's just like it's over, and it's such a concise, perfect experience. But for that to be like the best game ever made when it's an hour long and it has a sequel that's like 15 hours long is
And
wrong.
better
Portal 2 is
somehow?
the better game.
Oh God, so shocking. We should do the 10 out of 10 games and are they collectible or not?
What? Didn't we do that?
Did we?
I think we did 10 out of 10s for $10 was the episode, just to show like you can get all like a bunch of the best games ever made for nothing. What are we doing here, guys?
Yeah, we should go deeper into the library.
Are we doing like the boring 10 out of 10s? Are we being like Left 4 Dead 2 on the Xbox 360? Or are we doing the real 10 out of 10s like Brigand Oaxaca?
I think is Brigand Oaxaca have a physical copy that we can talk about?
Oh my God, are you kidding me? If Brigand Oaxaca had a physical copy, I might be able to persuade the guy to like, if he, all right, hold on. We're gonna tangent. I talked to that guy on his Discord. He's just like a regular dude because like he's the most indie game developer of all time. If I persuade him to sell me a copy of Brigand Oaxaca on a USB key, which I think I could absolutely do that. Is that a collectible release?
Will he do a run of 11 of them for the Collector's Quest podcast?
So I don't think he would do that at a reasonable price, but I think if I said, I want a shitty copy of Brigand Oaxaca, I want you to, I would probably set it out for him. I'd say, here, buy these blank DVD cases, print out a shitty insert. I don't care how shitty it is.
How about we will send him shitty printed inserts. We'll do the labor.
That feels like cheating though. I need him to do it. Because
Well,
I don't want to be involved in the publishing of my own collectible game.
He'll need to burn the disc.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely has to burn the disc. And you see, like, I don't think he doesn't have like a DVD burner probably. That's why I'm saying like just drop the game files onto a USB stick and send them back out to us. I think if we said we'll give him $100 per copy, I think he would run 11 copies for us. Because he's a struggling artist basically. And we're gonna say like, hey, we're gonna give you $1,100 to do $50 of work. Is this a collectible release if we persuade an indie dev of one of my favorite games ever to do this?
This is, I mean, this is how a lot of homebrews exist, right?
Is this a good idea? So
could we get it down to $50 a game?
No.
How many games would he make for us if we do all the legwork and we give him $500?
See, I don't think $500 is enough for the amount of work.
You just said he's a struggling artist.
He is, but like I feel like it's disrespectful. Like that's not a lot of money.
You just said it was $50 worth of effort.
I'm saying it'd be $50 worth of effort to put together 11 games. Like it'd be like, you know, the USB keys and the printer stuff and the DVD cases, all that together is like $50 plus the time it takes to assemble and burn it all.
Okay. We'll talk about it. Let's workshop it.
So I'm thinking now, what are my favorite games that like this is realistic? I think Brigand Oaxaca 100% super realistic to get a bootleg physical release like that.
Okay.
What are like some other super indie games I like that I could actually maybe get that done?
You know the one, which would never happen because the guy is got an ego the size of the moon. Jonathan Blow.
Oh yeah, I definitely have an in with Jonathan Blow, and I can change his stance on the environment. Yeah, that's definitely gonna happen.
No, I said not. You were asking which games you love, and I said,
absolutely, yeah, The Witness.
Yes.
My respect for The Witness has only gone up with time. Jonathan Blow's new game was announced at the Game Awards. I don't remember what it's called. It has some.
Why is that guy announcing games at the Game Awards? He fucking hates games so much.
He does. He wants to be considered seriously in the industry. Question mark?
Yeah, try not hating women. First off, you know, the easy stuff.
Johnny, what's the next question? Where are we going? We got to bring it back on our topic of non-topics.
Okay. I have more in taste. So I asked you what games are bad that are, you know. Now I want you to tell me a game you do love, but you cannot defend it. Like you logically know that this is actually a bad game, but you love it anyways, and there's no logical way to defend it. In your heart, it's a 10 out of 10.
I mean, I think there's a logical way to defend RuneScape. Is RuneScape a good game, or is it the biggest psychological trick played on the world? I don't know. But I'm not gonna. I do think RuneScape is a genuinely good game, so I don't think I can go with that.
No, I don't think that's the right answer.
I'm scrolling through a list of games I've played.
Like old games, like I mean, it might be something dumb like Ultima 1 or something, or Wizardry 1.
But like I rate those fairly. I'm definitely not a guy who's like, this is where it all started, bros. 9 out of 10. No, like Ultima 1 kind of sucks. I fully admit that. It's an interesting game. It's not a very good game though.
I think you are generally pretty level-headed when it comes to this kind of stuff. That's why I wanted to know if there is some game in your head, in your head and in your heart that you know it's like, well, I love this game, but I can't really defend it.
I'm going through the Peggle. I have rated pretty highly. I mean, I think people love Peggle. Is Peggle a good game? I don't know about that.
Think so. I don't think Peggle.
I think Peggle might be a little stupid Skinner box. No, Johnny, all my taste is impeccable, is what I'll say.
Okay.
Dragster, I think Dragster is one of the absolute top games ever made, ever, bar none. There'll never be another game like it. It is unique among video games, and I think it is a beloved game. I think people might think of it as like a B+ game, but for me, it's like, no, this is an absolute all-timer.
You definitely have no Dunning-Kruger stuff going on here at all. I'm sure.
What? Why?
No, nothing.
Why? Okay. Tell me.
Next question.
What is wrong with what is wrong with Dragster as a pick?
I'm just saying in general, nothing. This was not a dig at Dragster.
Well, let's dig at me then. What's the dig at me?
Nothing.
All right.
We're learning. We're just learning.
For those of you who don't know, Dragster is a game on the Atari 2600. It's literally a drag race, and all you do is accelerate when the light turns green, essentially, and then you shift from gears 1 through 4. And there's a little bit more nuance than that, but not much. And the game takes 6 seconds. And the only purpose of the game is to beat your high score. And your high score is on the order of like, you go from 5.9 seconds to 5.8 seconds to 5.75 seconds. And it's just that over and over. And it's the perfect game because it's the shortest good game ever made. Like, there'll never be a release now. That was it. You turned on the game and there's 6 seconds of gameplay. There will never be another retail game that has 6 seconds of gameplay. It's so fucking crazy. It's so good though. Like, an art project couldn't be as refined as Dragster. You would have to, like, intentionally get a committee together to figure out, like, how do we make a game that's only 6 seconds long fun? And they wouldn't be able to make it more fun than Dragster.
Would be an interesting assignment, though. If you, like, taught game design, like, that would be interesting.
That is. In my game design class that I'm running at the local community college, guys, we're going to do 5-second games. You're going to have a game that's starting over in 5 seconds.
Maybe 10 seconds or less.
All right. We'll make it long. I guess if you suck at Dragster, it takes like 7 seconds.
Okay. Here is you'll have to dig back, I think, to answer this one. But what collection flex impresses you the least? Something somebody does in their collection, some way they display, or something they collect or show that you're just like, God, that's dumb. I'm not impressed.
Johnny, I'm hard to impress, and I don't mean that in that like I'm a snobby old-timey collector. It's just I've seen. Well, okay, yes, I am a snobby old-timey collector. You're right, but I've seen a lot. I've seen. You see, I've seen not only people with insane collections, but I've seen those people with those insane collections distill them over time, like grow and fall. Like the Danger Boy, Jason from the PlayStation library, he had everything, and then he distilled it down. He's just like, fuck, I'm the PlayStation and TurboGrafx guy. Is he even the TurboGrafx guy still? Are those still the two, or is he just PlayStation?
I think it's just PlayStation now. Jason, you'll have to tell us.
But yeah, now he has like this crazy good, super complete PlayStation collection. Now he's going for a complete Japanese collection. I love how focused he is and intent on variants and things like that. And I fucking love his shit. I guess I'm just... I mean, I'm definitely not impressed.
What is the thing? I know you saying you're hard to impress is not the answer. What is something somebody does in their collection? I know the answer for you. Like, one of them has to be kiosks.
It's not that kiosks aren't impressive. It's that your house isn't big enough to display them. It looks like you're like holding on to something that you think makes it cool that you have it, but it's just highlighting that you don't have room for it. And I don't mean like, oh, you live in an apartment. No, if you live in like a decent sized house, I don't think you have room for kiosks, because the size of a fucking Toys R Us is so much bigger than a residential house. Like, yeah, you could put it in the garage, and then what? You have a garage full of kiosks? That's not a collection. That's like your hoard in your garage. Like, a garage full of arcade games is cool. A garage full of kiosks is like, what are you doing out there, bud? Like, you're not playing your kiosks out there.
I will tell you the collection flex that impresses me the least.
Oh, okay.
Are you ready?
Big walls of amiibos.
I like amiibos.
All right.
Nintendo World cabinets, the big ass cabinets in the glass doors. People love to display them. I think they're ugly.
No, I
think they're clunky.
So the wrong answer.
Oh, I know you think it's the wrong answer. This is my answer.
No, your answer is wrong though.
No, I can't be wrong.
As someone who has zero World of Nintendo cabinets, oh, they're so cool every time I see them.
No, absolutely not. I just think they're stupid. Literally, I see people dragging them around and breaking them every time. They're just heavy and clunky, and
I think they're a pain in the ass,
pleasing.
and that's why it's like a little bit impressive. Like, oh, not only is this like old in questionable condition and a pain in the ass to own, you also paid like $4,000 for it.
Yeah, but that's not, again, it's a flex, and that's the point. It's like,
okay,
it's not the flex you think it is. For me, at least, when you're like, oh, look at these display cabinets. I'm just like, okay, this would look nicer in a Billy.
I think it's something not everyone has. I think any flex that not everyone has is at least an okay flex.
Nope. I also feel the same way about World of Nintendo signs in general.
Here, let me, this is, at least I'm going to get under the skin of one person listening to this. I'm so sorry about this. Not a flex. Pokemon box DVD only. So not a flex.
No,
I'm so sorry. It's I don't even think it makes your GameCube collection complete. I'm so sorry. It wasn't sold like that. I'm sorry.
Agree.
Go spend another $6,000 is what I'm
saying. Displays, like store displays, also not a flex.
Nope, they're all cool. You're wrong.
Nope, I just think they're ugly.
What, like super bright signs, like the fiber optic stuff?
Fiber optics, World of Nintendo, a standee, like a bunch of standees in here, all of it. Not interested.
Yeah, standees are dumb. I think that comes down to most people don't have room to really display them.
Even if you had all of the room.
Yeah, standees are kind of dumb. I don't like mobiles.
Yeah, I know. Yes, hang from the ceiling and dangle. We got it.
Shitty cardboard shit, whatever. But like those fiber optic signs, those are cool. I don't know. They're shiny.
Nah.
The reason I don't like signs that light up is because it would be the kind of thing where it's like it's not on 99% of the time, and it's like, oh, I'm doing a YouTube video. Oh, I'm doing an Instagram picture. I got to turn it on. And this becomes like a chore almost.
That's part of it, right? That's part of why I think it's not the flex people think it is. It's like, did you buy that because you love it or because you thought it'd be cool in a video? Whatever.
That's how I feel about arcade 1-ups.
Well, that's also not the flex anyway.
Dude, if I see arcade 1-up, so I understand having an arcade 1-up, but if I see like 6 arcade 1-ups in the back of your YouTube video, I'm like, really? You bought 6 arcade 1-ups just for a YouTube background? That's the flex YouTube background? Like I'm so retro? A bunch of Walmart arcade cabinets from like 3 years ago?
Yeah, it doesn't do it for me. I find them entirely acceptable in like randos houses that are just like, oh yeah, we like games and we found these are fun, and they just have like a couple arcade, but they're not like video game people really. They're just like, hey, it was cool to get some arcades because we like games a little bit. You're like, okay.
It's when they're so. We were talking about channels like New Rockstars, like those are the kind of channels that would have them on like the sets because. Yeah. They would have the budget for like a real thing, but they're also like, yeah, but we could just get this $400 thing instead. It's just for a blurry background on our set with our nice cameras. You're not even going to really be able to see it. But I can see it. I know that blurred arcade cabinet in the background of your set is not a real arcade cabinet. It's a fucking arcade 1-up. I see it. It's too small.
Okay.
Even though you have it on the riser. I have a couple at work, actually. I just realized that. We have the arcade one-up Golden Tee, and we have a bunch of the pinball machines. Ugh. We have a MAME cabinet nobody plays. You know what? If so, we have all this kind of like bullshit stuff that I think most people probably get it. They think it's a novelty for 2 weeks, and then they never play it again. Like arcade one-up Golden Tee or the Star Wars pinball arcade one-up, and even a MAME cabinet, I think, is super overrated. I bet if we had one real Mortal Kombat 2 machine, that shit would get played every single day. And I don't even like Mortal Kombat 2. I said it. Come at me, everybody.
I think maybe you're biased.
All right.
Anyways, let's move on. So, what is more annoying? The Reddit casuals calling everything overpriced and blaming resellers, or collectors gatekeeping?
Is this an ironic question?
It's just a question.
It seems like a little bit of a biased question, starting with the Reddit casuals. Give me some examples of collector gatekeeping besides, for example, me saying that your Pokemon box DVD case only is not good enough, or saying that Reddit casuals
stuff just like that. It might be a particular podcast, having opinion and shaping the way people collect because they've got really pointed opinions. Telling people, oh, you can't collect cart only. Are you collecting cart only Genesis? You are bullshit. Throw that stuff in the trash.
Man, they are both annoying. You know what? I'm going to give it to people on Reddit saying that things are overpriced and resellers because, one, people complain about prices and resellers and shit way more often. And they're wrong. So people who gatekeep, I think, are sometimes right. Like, I sometimes will agree with their opinion. Like, if someone was shitty on Reddit, all right, so a classic thing to happen, someone will get like a cartridge of Musha, and then like a shitty person will come into the comments and say like, check out my picture of my complete in box one. You suck. Oh, look at me, I'm fucking rich. But, like, those people fucking suck. On some level, they're like a little bit right. They're right that collecting card only Genesis sucks. They're just going about it in a way that perhaps shows that they don't connect to other humans on an emotional level.
Their execution was poor. Intent may be correct. Execution poor.
So the people complaining about prices and resellers, look at game prices over time, and it's like the stuff that you're collecting has not gone up that much. And compared to other hobbies like fucking Pokemon, like video games it's always on easy street. Unless you're collecting like 100% mint complete in box, still underpriced, but it is harder to collect now, or sealed games, which anyone complaining about prices is not collecting sealed games because the sealed market is like, whoa, it's time to buy. Everything is so down in price. Prices are fine. Prices are fine. So people complaining about prices will always be the most annoying to me.
Yeah, I'm like, don't you understand, Tyler? Like, you guys are just keeping it from the people who actually love games and want to play them.
Oh my, yeah. See, so if we expand this to like the entire breadth of people saying like, I only collect games that I want to play, and like they clearly own 450 video games on a shelf, and it's like, fuck off, and they're like, no, I'm gonna play them all one day. Surely I'll retire one day. I'll have time to play every PS2 game. That's what I'll be doing with my free time. Anyway, all of it's annoying, but I think the prices is the most annoying because of how not true it usually is. Like fucking Heckin' Steve. Sorry if Heckin' Steve listens to the After Darks, but he's frequently made fun of on Get the Greg games because his entire personality is saying how bad resellers are. Oh my God, he has 15,000 subscribers. I thought he had like 300 subscribers.
Does he have more subscribers than Jason?
Oh, it's still called Game Rave TV. Yeah, he's only got 4,000 subscribers. He's not even doing as good as Heckin' Steve. Fucking Heckin' Steve. His last videos are quick flips fumbled the bag on Black Friday. 10 minutes and 1 second. So he got over that 10-minute mark. I don't even know if that's still a thing on YouTube. And it's going to be a video complaining that quick flips, which is Phoenix Resale, he has like a physical game store. He's complaining that their Black Friday sale wasn't good enough. And that makes him like a horrendous reseller. These are the kind of videos this guy fucking posts. And it's just like infuriating. Like, what are we complaining about? I think their sale was like buy 5, get the 6th free. Yeah, it's a shit sale. So don't buy a video game. Who cares? Ah!
So Tyler's answer is definitely the Reddit casuals.
Fucking, do you know what the video before that, 2 weeks before that? Quick Flips Black Friday Greed, 12 minutes, 53 seconds. His last 2 videos are complaining about the same sale at one store. And then it's Collector's Luck is a scalper. I assume that's a YouTuber, and this is just calling him out for being a scalper. I assume because he buys video games and sells them at market price. Who cares?
Heckin' Steve cares. Heck yeah.
And then the one after that is GameStop Black Friday pickups, number 32. And it's just him holding a stack of like 8 PlayStation games. Because he bought them from a real store like GameStop and not those resellers like Collector's Luck.
If you are propping up GameStop, I don't have any respect for you. You don't love video games if you love GameStop.
You don't understand
their personal ethos as a company.
Maybe he's like way into Bitcoin.
Tell me less about Heckin' Steve because nothing is ever working out.
All right.
Okay. We're over it.
That's our Heckin' Steve advertisement.
Yeah. Go listen to Heckin' Steve. More popular than the Collector's Quest podcast.
Oh,
doing
easily.
it. Yeah. We aren't for the Reddit crowd.
I think we are for the Reddit crowd.
We clearly aren't. We like games and we're okay if people spend money and we tell people that it's fine to spend a lot of money on games.
But I also think you don't need to. We would disagree on whether like $50 for a PS2 game is expensive because
is $50 for a PS2 game expensive?
I would say no. They would say,
okay,
yeah, that's
guy.
the same price
it
was.
You're rich.
Yeah,
You're
it's like
rich. How does it feel to be rich?
Oh my God.
Okay.
You don't need. So this is the secret, Johnny. You don't need to buy a video game every day to be happy. You could buy one video game a week or one video game a month and still be happy.
Tyler, I'm only buying the things I intend to play, which is at least 400 video games this year.
Yeah. If you only want things that you intend to play, fucking everybody starts video games and stops them and then gets interested in something new. And like the cycle continues and you have all these games where you've played like 20% of them. So
sometimes you just whiff. Sometimes you just make a bad choice. You buy a game and it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That happens. Well, it's like sometimes you just got to be like, you know what? I'm not fucking enjoying this game and I don't need to give it my time. I'm stopping.
That's how I think I feel about Astroneer, Johnny. I don't think it's great.
That's fair.
What's your next thing?
Okay.
Johnny, are we complaining about people complaining about prices and resellers? Don't gatekeep either. I'm not giving the gatekeepers a pass here. When I do it, I'm being semi-facetious. When I'm saying, oh, your Pokemon box isn't good enough, I'm semi-facetiously telling you my actual opinion in a way that is mockingly more mean than I really intend it to be. But it is also my real opinion.
Yeah. I just think that you were worse than me, and I tried to take the edge off that.
So
did it work?
Okay, here's the thing. When I do make jokes like this, or like when I prop up something like a World of Nintendo cabinet, or I say that your Pokemon box sucks, it's usually when I'm saying it the shittiest is when it's something I don't have myself. So I don't have a copy of Pokemon box at all, so I feel really good making fun of Pokemon box. If I had it and I'm like, oh, your copy sucks because it's not as good as mine, I would feel weird making a judgment, even if it was something I agree with. But you have a copy of Pokemon box and you're like, yeah, those guys suck.
Yeah, they do. Look, I'm not a perfect person. If that makes me a bad person, okay. I can't be great at everything.
What?
And I'm okay with that. I'm okay saying like it would be better. It would be better just to have a complete version of Pokemon box rather than just have half a check mark.
Just get a shitty copy just because like you're only getting it for the checkbox. So I know I like having the nice games. I like having nice copies, but just get the shittiest copy and check it off your checklist and never think about it again. Because if you just get the DVD, you're going to be thinking about it for fucking ever. You're always going to think about it. You're going to look at it. You're going to be like, and you spent like $2,000 on that DVD and it's still not going to make you happy. So why are you going to spend $2,000 on something that doesn't make you fully happy?
We just did the psychology episode, and I know how we get to the justifications that we get to. It's rough. Oh, look, we've all made the suboptimal choice before. I can poke fun at these things and say these things are bad because whatever you've done, I've done worse.
It's true.
All right. Well, let's go to something more lighter fare. Maybe this is not as light as fair as I wanted it to be. And I've kind of asked this a little bit of you, but if your collection reflected your personality perfectly, what would it say about you?
What? What the fuck kind of ChatGPT question is this?
If your collection was a mirror of you, what would that mirror reveal to us?
That I'm a hoarder, I guess. That is exactly, they'd probably think I'm like 45 years old, because I do collect a little bit older than millennials, I think. But like, definitely that I'm a hoarder. Is it just a list of things in my collection, or is it also the numerous boxes I have shoved under pinball machines
it's everything.
The double stacked Billy bookcases. I can't even think. What do I got? I got 3 in the pinball room. I got, I think, 2 in my game room, and I got 1 in this room and 3 more in the guest room. All of them are double stacked, except for big box PC games. I'm an efficient user of space. I think that's a good thing. But yeah, no, I think hoarder is number 1. And yeah, dude, I don't know.
Right. This is kind of a dumb one. And I made it intentionally dumb. So let me see if we get the answer I expect. And that's not exactly the way you want to stage questions. You normally want to get to like real earnest answers, not just be setting them up. This is not a entertainment interview. Would you rather lose your entire collection or never be allowed to buy a game again?
Oh my God, I already never want to buy a game again. So come on, that's easy. I don't even want to buy new games. Like, I don't want to buy games on Steam. Yeah, okay. Force me to play all this shit. Are you kidding me? I already have every NES game. You could get rid of everything except every NES game. I'll just play NES the rest of my life.
So you would be fine with it, because a lot of what happens to me is I buy because I'm curious about things and I'm still exploring. And I would have to sever that from myself. But that means to continue down the path I'm on, I would have to give up everything I've ever done. And am I okay with that?
I mean, you're exploring in a different way because you like finding an interesting horror game and figuring out why it's interesting. Like, you're not going to play the Shutter Island game, I imagine, but you're getting something out of just buying it and owning it and researching it.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, we both have a ridiculous number of games. Like, very obviously, Johnny, I think we could both not buy video games and just play and enjoy everything we have. But when I'm saying like, just NES would make me happy, I look at like speedrunners who play like the simplest game, like Super Mario Brothers, a fucking 5-minute long video game, and they get so much out of replaying it and shaving off frames and getting better at little tricks, and they'll play just Super Mario Brothers for hundreds of hours. Or there's the guys who like, okay, I need to sit down and play, I need to beat every NES game, and they'll play garbage like Ikari Warriors for 200 hours. And like, unless you force yourself to do something like that, you never appreciate a game on that level. And to put it on a much smaller scale, if you save state your way through Ninja Gaiden, you cannot appreciate the really good level design of Ninja Gaiden, because you'll just get hit by an enemy and be like, a cheap bird, and just save state your way through it. And you won't understand like, oh, this bird is here because of this. It forces me to approach this screen in a different way, and you never get something out of it. And I think if you limit what you play and you force me to play fucking The Guardian Legend for 50 hours because these are the only games I could play now for the rest of my life, I would get a lot more out of Guardian Legend than what I have now, which is I've played The Guardian Legend once.
Okay. I have some more questions for you. Are you ready to keep going?
Yeah, I'm always ready, Johnny.
Okay. I got a big list of questions here, and these are some I pulled from some icebreakers. Do you think people are more predictable or more surprising?
Oh my God.
At their core.
More predictable or more surprising? Hold on, I'm going to just go look at a bunch of people in the Discord and decide if I feel like they're more predictable or more surprising. I think they're predictable. I
mean,
think you
our
could give me
Discord
a
is
topic and I could tell you what Final Fight CD would say about that topic.
maybe.
Like Kanakis, dude. I mean, surprising but predictable in the crazy shit he does. Like having enterprise class AI computers in his apartment. Like that's like, holy shit, your computer is like that good. And then at the same time, it's like, yeah, it's Kanakis. He's a little bit crazy. I don't know. I don't know how to answer this. I will say predictable, Johnny.
Okay.
I think a lot of us fall into archetypes, and the things we do keep lining up with those archetypes after a while.
Okay. When you are wrong, do you usually know, or does someone have to point it out to you?
Oh man, this is like what? This is like a. Are we going on like a first date here? You got to like figure out like, oh, is this guy a jerk?
Some of these are straight up dating questions.
Oh no. I'm never wrong. That's the end. There we go. Okay. When am I wrong? When have I been wrong about anything?
So clearly someone would have to point it out to you. Got it.
I will, if I figure out that I'm wrong, I will absolutely admit it. I am not one of these people who stands by wrong opinions. That drives me insane. But also, I'm never wrong, so I've never had to do that.
Okay. Following up on that, here's a follow-up question. Do you think your personality would be better or worse if you were less self-aware?
Whose personality would be better if they were less self-aware? What do you mean?
Maybe someone who just said, I'm never wrong.
So, but you're saying if I was less self-aware, I would think I'm even more correct than I am.
But you wouldn't make statements like that. You might just exhibit overconfidence. Like people might just like this weird, unself-aware, super aggressive, super confident Tyler.
Oh man, I could become president of the United States with that kind of attitude.
I mean,
that's how we know this is an After Dark and not a real episode, Johnny.
Because I've let you get away with it a few times. Yeah, keep going.
No, I thought who's better with less self-awareness? This is a stupid question. Don't date the person who says they want to be less self-aware, guys.
Okay. Moving on into a different realm. Would you rather know exactly how you die or when you die?
Oh, when. 100%. People are like, "Oh, I don't want to know when." Fuck, are you kidding me? You know when you die? Like, oh, it's like, oh, it's in 15 years, let's say. It's like, okay, I could go skydiving. I could become a cave diver. I know exactly when to retire. That's like the fucking best thing ever. What's going to happen? You do that and you see it like how you die. And it's like cancer, old age. What the fuck are you going to do with that?
I mean, some people just don't want to face a running clock. They'd just rather have it happen to them.
I mean, it's probably, this might be, I wonder, like, if you ask autistic people if all of them say when. And they're like, oh, that'd be perfect. I could plan everything. I could have, like, a whole spreadsheet of what I'm going to do with my whole life. Because that's what I would do, absolutely.
I would much rather know when, just because I would make sure everything was arranged for my family.
See, I don't care about that. I would be like, okay, well, we got to dig into, like, the deeper Akira Kurosawa backlog before 2030. Because, you know, we're really running out of time here. I would be planning like my video game backlog. I'd be like, all right, we got a max in RuneScape. That's like a 3,000 hour commitment. Where are we going to fit that in? That's like 8 hours a day for a year. Based on we're dying at 61, so I'm probably going to retire at 51. Like, oh yeah, oh man, if I knew when I was going to die, that'd be so much fun. And you could do like all the risky shit you want after that. You could just be like, oh, I know that I'm going to die at 77. Great, I'm going to get into cocaine.
Ew.
Well, I don't know. I was just trying to think of a dumb thing. I don't want to get into cocaine, but what's a risky thing that people do? I don't know.
I mean, why would you go live your life more risky? Are you unsatisfied with the way you live now? I'm
not. But you know what? All right. So I'll give you a perfect example, Johnny. I'm car shopping. One of my favorite cars, very unpopular opinion, is the Mitsubishi Mirage. Famed car for being the cheapest new car for like 10 years, or it like traded spots with the Nissan Versa. It's a very small piece of shit, which is my favorite car. Except by almost any metric, it's 2 or 3 times deadlier than almost any car on the road because it's very small and cheap. But, and like that is something that prevents me from wanting to buy one. But you're telling me I'm going to die at 77? Fuck yeah, I'm going to buy a Mitsubishi Mirage. I'll buy a motorcycle. Like, I'll do anything. Like, I don't want to drive a motorcycle, but like, I definitely wouldn't do it because people on motorcycles die. I would start biking to fucking work. I would bike to work in the road. Maybe not, because that could lead to horrific injury that's not death. But you know what I mean.
Like, do you want me to monkey's paw you right now?
I know. No, see, you can't monkey's paw me. It has to be like, you can't intentionally like give me like, oh, you're gonna die at 77 years old, and then like, but that means whatever you do, I'm gonna cause you to be paralyzed like that.
I'm not saying that whatever you do, I'm gonna cause you to be paralyzed. But if you start being a jackass, then like actions still have consequences.
All right, you're right. And I won't be a jackass, but, you know, like, I wouldn't feel weird about skydiving. You know, skydiving, like, what, 0.01% of people probably die skydiving, but I would just be like, no, I'm going to be fine, because I'm not going to get injured skydiving. I will just die, so we'll be fine skydiving. Or, like, you know, I'm going on a roller coaster in China. If I was, like, now, I would look at a roller coaster in China and be like, you know what, I maybe don't want to go on a roller coaster in China, but you tell me I'm dying at 77, like, all right, let's go on a roller coaster in China.
I just know I'm too fat for roller coasters in China. I know they're not built for me.
It's possible they're built for nobody.
That's possible.
Oh man, I want to, dude, give me like the Death Note eyes. Just let me know when I'm going to die. Can you see when your own death is with the Death Note eyes? I don't know. But, I want to know when I'm going to die, Johnny. That sounds awesome.
All right.
I would get to do so much planning. Oh my God. I would sit down with Ada. We'd like start planning my life together. Be like, all right, where are we going to schedule our vacations in here?
Okay. Next question, follow-up. You can only know one. Would you rather know when Ada is going to die or when you are going to die?
Oh man, that's a shitty question. Still me. There's almost no way I'm picking Ada. I'm just going to be selfish about it.
Okay.
I'm trying. Right? Like, see, it would be horrible to know when Ada died. Like, what if Ada dies at 41 and I just know that now? That has just exclusively made my life worse now. Like, she's got like 5 years left, say. If I have 5 years left, that makes my life way better because I know, oh shit, quit your job right now and start living your best life. But if I know my wife is going to die in 5 years, it's like, oh fuck, my life is about to be shit in 5 years. But I might live longer, so like I can't just retire now and start doing whatever for 5 years.
Do you think Ada would answer the same way?
I think she would just say like, nah, give it to, all right, yeah, I'm going to go ask her. This is a good idea. I think she's going to pick me because she's a better person than me probably, but we'll find out. Johnny, we're back. Ada did pick when I'm going to die as I predicted. Different reason though. She would, if she knew when she was going to die, she would be too anxious.
Okay. I told you some people feel that way. They don't want to know. They don't want a running clock.
Yes. Give me that running clock. Zero anxiety. You tell me I'm dying in 6 months. I'm like, fuck yeah. Thank you. At least I know we got to plan this shit. Oh my God. I don't want this fucking, you see that like every time like on YouTube, you get like a person who's like, you know, like a celebrity or something's like, hey, I have cancer. Really puts my life in perspective. Oh, I got to do all that shit. Like, yeah, I want that revelation. Like, it doesn't have to be like, oh, I don't want cancer and I'm going to have a couple years to live. But I want to know like how to plan it. It makes everything so much easier. The entire retirement and end of life care industries are based on the uncertainty of human lifespan. And that would just be not a problem anymore.
Yeah, it's true. All right.
And we're going to start smoking because smoking is cool, guys.
Gross. Gross, dude. Please don't come over. All right. Where did I put this one? Okay. Do you regret missed opportunities more than bad decisions?
Oh, yeah, easily. What are you talking about?
Really?
Yeah. Like, I'm talking about collecting. Like, oh, I overpaid for so-and-so thing, but I have it, so I don't care anymore. Whereas I'm always going to think, oh, but what if I just bid $1 more on whatever game? What could have been? Another one hasn't come up for sale for months now.
Okay.
Wasn't that one of our things we talked about in the episode?
Yeah,
oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. The missed opportunities kills me.
Okay.
Johnny, fucking... I'm looking for a car right now. the perfect car came up. I'm only looking for like 3 car models, and they're all like manual transmissions made between 2012 and 2014. I have the most specific fucking car taste, and the perfect Honda Fit came up 20 minutes from my house. It was listed the same day. On the drive from me to the dealership, someone bought it, and they weren't even there. They put a deposit on over the phone. I didn't even know that was something you could fucking do. And someone bought the car out from under me. And until I get a new car that is better than that car, which I honestly don't think I'll find, I'm going to regret that I don't have that fucking Honda Fit forever now. It was one owner, like 110,000 miles. It had like oil changes every 5,000 miles. It was fucking perfect. It looked like they'd never sat in the back seat.
Man, I know a girl who's selling a Honda Fit right here in town.
Oh, do you also know somewhere that might have the rarest model Toyota Yaris that only has like 60,000 miles, 2-door, 2014 hatchback, manual transmission, the rarest and best car that no one wants? Maybe an hour from your house.
Yep, and got a shipping quote for $1,000 for you.
All right.
Just so you know. Just fly out here. It's not a big deal.
It is.
Would you rather fail publicly or never try?
Oh, never try. What are you talking about?
Okay.
This is another like interview question. Interview question, very obviously you say fail publicly. And then I learn from my mistakes, and the only way we learn is by making mistakes, which I absolutely believe. Oh my God, failing publicly sucks though. What are you talking about? That's like the worst thing. Like shame is one of the most powerful motivators. Like that's why you would learn so much from an experience where you fail publicly, is because it's so shameful and you would never stop thinking about it. And you would make sure that it never happens again. Right?
Agree.
But all right, let's go to one of my least favorite things. But like AI, I think one of the useful things in AI is asking it questions that are so dumb that like you would never actually ask another human being or another forum post person, because like the question is just that dumb and you don't want to look stupid in front of people.
Man, if we could just give that train of thought to Reddit.
Hold on, I'm going to go to ChatGPT right now. I'm going to ask, are resellers bad for the used video game market? And I'm not using my AI. I'm using actual ChatGPT. Are resellers bad?
And you're not going to give it any prompts. No strategy at all.
It's a nuanced issue. Some argue that it could be detrimental, while others see their role as part of a broader functioning market. Oh my God, it is just generating so much slop here. Wow, ChatGPT gives you really long answers. Believe it or not, it sat on the fence and didn't really give me a stance, which I don't think is the correct answer. I think you could give pros and cons and then give also the stance that no, they are generally good for providing market liquidity and a place to buy video games. Could fucking imagine what the market would be like if every fucking video game transaction had to be like a peer-to-peer transaction with another collector that you had to seek out and find. Like, what the fuck?
Nah, no thanks.
What are we talking about?
We are talking about all kinds of questions I have for you.
Great. Give me more.
All right. Let's see. Where was I on this list? Oh, yeah. If you had to be known for one trait forever, which trait would you want to be known for?
Probably having a clone, I think.
God, that would be such a good trait to have.
Dude, everything sucks compared to having a clone.
God, everything does suck compared to having a clone.
My
I've wanted a clone for so long.
My superpower of choice is definitely super speed. I think super speed is easily the best superpower. Like, obviously flight is stupid.
This could be a regular ass trait. Like, you were so kind. You were so loving.
No, I don't want to be remembered for that shit.
Yeah. I didn't expect you would.
I want to be remembered for knowing the most obscure video game facts or something. No, that's a stupid thing. Dude, I don't know. It can't be video game related. No one wants to be remembered for their collection shit. And like, how embarrassing is it to like die and then your tombstone has like, he was the best Pokemon card collector on it? Like, fuck, damn, he really didn't do anything with his life, did he?
What if you loved it? Why is it that what other people might perceive you in death matters to you if you were living the life you wanted to live?
I mean, that's true. That's why I don't really care what I'm remembered for. I mean, I guess I would like to be remembered for being nice and knowledgeable, but so I don't think I come off as nice as much. I feel like I'm a really nice person in person, but I think on the podcast I get a little bit yelly, John.
I think you are sharper, more prickly on the podcast than in real life.
It is possibly an aspect of the entertainment medium that we're going for here.
Maybe. It's hard because I don't think either of us are known for being particularly nice. I don't think we're mean, bad people, but people don't look at us and go, man, those guys are nice guys. Doesn't mean we're mean, but so like maybe nice is the wrong word. Like friendly, maybe
like you
maybe
would
friendly is the word.
You would look at something like do you know Retrobird?
No.
Maybe like GameStack. You would look at them and be like, yeah, those guys seem like they're really nice guys. I don't think people would probably say that about us, which is maybe kind of sad. But we're not positive enough to be nice, I think. We definitely get ranting and negative on a lot of topics here.
We do. And that's okay. I like us. I like me and I like you.
I like you.
So that's okay with me.
I think we are two peas in a pod.
Me too. Almost as good as a clone, but not quite.
Oh, definitely not quite. Dude, I would take my clone over you 10 out of 10 times. I would start a podcast with my fucking clone.
No way. We would, you know how much easier the podcast will be? We could rotate our clones.
Are you? Okay, that's true. But I'm just saying, like, if you and your clone has a podcast, no one's doing the editing. If me and my clone have a podcast, I only have to edit once a month.
That's true. But you could keep me for the entertainment value. And then you're still only editing once a month.
Though, a podcast with clones would actually be shitty because they would always have the same opinion. That's kind of interesting. The downsides of having a clone. You can't make a podcast together.
We found is that the one downside?
It's the one downside. Also, I'm talking about like rotating my job. I'm just saying, if you have like an actual clone, not even like a twin, like that's like $1 million OnlyFans right there.
Look, that like an actual clone it gets real weird.
I think that people don't consider the OnlyFans options enough, Johnny. And I'm talking about chess prodigy Hans Niemann, who was offered $1 million to do a chess stream naked. It was like one stream naked, and they were going to give him $1 million, which would obviously, people in the chess community are very hoity-toity, and they would excommunicate him from chess. But like, I would take $1 million to do a naked chess stream. I don't have that much pride.
No, I happily do a naked chess stream for $1 million.
I would pay for it too, Johnny. I would be the reason it gets $1 million.
All right, excellent. Okay, let's keep going down this avenue. Let's see. Do you think if everybody suddenly agreed with you, your life would be better or worse?
All right. So my favorite Twilight Zone episode is I forgot the name of it. But it's the one where so a guy goes to hell and all of a sudden everything he wants starts happening. So he breaks in a game of pool and every single ball goes into the hole on the break every single time. He spins slot machines. He wins the biggest jackpot every time, things like that. And he eventually gets bored. And I understand that aspect of it, but oh man, if everyone agreed with me all the time, like that would still make my life way easier. Like whenever someone's like a billionaire that's rich and powerful, what happens? They promote all their yes men to be their inner circle because they like having people who agree with them around them at all times. So yeah, I want everyone to agree with me at all times. Like politics wouldn't exist anymore. Politics or whatever you think. Do you think that billionaires should be taxed at 50%? Everybody does. Even the billionaires think so. So that's just what happens. That's great.
Okay.
Everyone needs to agree with me. Oh, okay. Oh, so here's a detrimental part. All of a sudden, every single person thinks that video game collecting is worthwhile, and they all think that the things I think are the best things to collect.
So you'd never get them.
So all of a sudden, like obscure Apple II shit, like that's just ungettable because everything is ungettable, actually. Think about it. If I like NES games, every single millionaire and billionaire on the world now thinks collecting NES games is a super fucking awesome thing to do. And you can't get NES games anymore because it's only for the richest people in the world. Oh, there would be a lot of weird consequences that come with this.
Yes.
if I want to go hiking on like on a trail that like gets away from everybody, that's the trail that everybody goes on.
Yeah.
I can't go hiking anymore. Oh my god. This might be hell. That's interesting.
All right. You're finding it. Good.
What do you think? Would you take the way things are now, or everybody agrees with you all the time?
Oh, I'd take everyone agreeing with me. I'd figure it out.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure out a way to deal with the consequences.
Yeah.
Well, we'll all get together. It'll be like having a clone because everybody agrees with me. We'll be like, all right, we got to ration the hiking times on this trail so that there's only a maximum of 5 people, and everyone will be like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. That will really keep everybody off the trail.
I think that I should be allowed to have alone time on this trail.
Oh, dude, you're finding the workarounds. I think it would be great if everybody agreed that I was the best video game collector and they sent me all the rare video games. And everyone's just like, oh, yeah. This is a good book. This is a book idea. Like someone gets this power and they figure out how to like manipulate everybody.
Yeah. I think it would be really great if we documented video games really well. Let's start that. We all agree. Perfect.
Everybody who has any access to physical media starts digging it out and dumping it. Oh, my God.
Yep.
Taking good pictures of everything. Oh, yeah. Oh, having everyone agree with you is 100% the best thing.
Yep. There could look. There will be tricky moments for sure.
Yeah, because like going back to like everyone thinks collecting NES games is the best idea, even billionaires, and now no one can afford them. I could think that like, okay, but everybody sends me video games, but then all of a sudden like all my friends are like, okay, but we can't collect that shit anymore. So like I would individually have to think of people and be like, okay, but like Johnny and Joe and Tiger Wolf, they're allowed to have NES games too. But like I'd never be able to find an organic community of NES game collectors again, because basically the people who can collect NES games are the only people that I allow to. I'd be like a weird dictator. It would be like very immediately you would be a strange dictator.
Yeah, it'd be like having your own Discord.
I do have my own Discord, Johnny.
Oh, weird. No, just kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Where's my next one? Do you think people actually change or just become more who they are?
What is these fucking interview date question things?
Yeah, I told you some of them straight up were. Don't be shocked.
I think people actually change. I think I was kind of a shitty kid sometimes. And now I think I'm a generally good person. And I think I actually changed. Because I think this is maybe a crazy opinion. Like 13-year-olds, maybe not like the best people in the world. Maybe 13-year-olds can be kind of mean or shitty and not realize how shitty they're being. And then they grow up and they're like, oh, wow, I was really immature and shitty. And you're saying like, so some people think that like, oh, you were actually a good person all along, but you just realized it. No, I think people change, Johnny.
I think people change too. I think people who think that people can't change, I think that's a very negative take.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah. I mean, that means you'll never believe. It's being overconfident in yourself is what is, and your own decisions. It's what it reveals to me about you.
It also seems like you're giving up before you try to change yourself.
Well, I mean, that as well. But if you say this person could never get better at anything, I know exactly who they are. That is just such a bad take. Anyways, let's go on. Yeah, some of these are, like I said, straight up dating questions, but they are revealing. Okay. Let's see. Would you rather relive your best day once a year or experience a new good day every year?
Well, my best day or a new good day? What's my best day?
Your best day ever in life. Would you rather have that best day ever? It could be your 5th birthday or whatever. Would you rather experience that and that feeling once a year guaranteed or have a new good day?
All right, here's a follow-up question. Is it sad that I don't know what my best day ever is? I mean, we were supposed to say like, oh, when my child was born or my wedding. Like my wedding's all right. It's like a party. Like I don't particularly like weddings. Like I'm going to your wedding. Like whoever's listening to this, whose wedding I'm going to, like, yeah, I'm going to your wedding. I'll have a good time. But like, if I had a day off and I could choose to do anything, my thing to do wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I want to go to my friend's wedding. Like, no, formal parties aren't like the best thing ever, even my own. Damn, I don't know what the best day ever is, Johnny. So I'm going to go with a new day. That way I'll figure out what like a new good day is. That sounds great. I'm going to have a new thing. I think I think novelty can be overrated. If I'm hooking myself up to the pleasure machine that just like releases dopamine into my brain, basically just like doing heroin, like that sounds fine. RuneScape is the perfect example of like just like one stupid game. It's kind of the same thing forever that you do for thousands of hours, and I'm like totally fine with that. So, all right, let's change the idea. Let's make it the best day of my entire life, past, present, or future. Then I'm picking best day of my life every year once, rather than a new good day every year once.
Same.
All right.
Okay. If you found out someone had altered your memories, or let me rephrase that.
I love this movie, by the way. One of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I know. Your memories have been altered. Do you want to know?
I mean, I guess not. Well, I mean, it could have been done maliciously. Like, if I knew it was done maliciously.
Your life right now.
Yes.
You have this life. You find out just a note that says, and you have reason to believe it's 100% truthful. Your memories have been altered. Things have not transpired the way you think. Do you want to know?
I mean,
do you want that note?
Yeah,
no?
I want to know. Because, like, what if it's like dangerous? What if something is happening that I don't know. The killer's out to get me, but they blocked my memory, so I don't know about them. Like, we're living in a sci-fi future where you can alter memories. I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
You got to get to Mars.
Like, what if it's the year 3000 and now I think it's 2025 for some reason, and they're keeping me in the Matrix? If it was a blank note, like I didn't know it was up, yes, I want to know. If I altered my own memories or someone altered it to like, because I was like begging them, like, remove this painful memory from me, and like it's something I would have wanted, even though the whole point of Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is that is maybe not a good thing idea, then I wouldn't want to know. If I did it myself, I wouldn't want to know.
But you don't know.
If I don't know, I want to know then. Because then anything could happen. Because like my memories could only be valid for the past one day. Like there could be World War III going on, and I wouldn't even know about it because all my memories are fake.
Okay. Would you rather be known for always being 10 minutes early, or be allowed to be 10 minutes late?
Allowed to be 10 minutes late. Because my job has a very bad meeting culture. Basically, every single meeting starts 5 to 10 minutes late because we have to wait for everybody to fucking join because no one joins meetings on time. And I'm always the one who's on time, on the dot. And I'm there with all the other people. Like, there's 2 or 3 of us who are always actually there and grumpy that the meetings don't start on time. But we don't get like fucking props for it. We're just like the sad club of like, oh, we follow the rules. So yeah, I'm allowed to be 10 minutes late because I'm late anyway. I'm a late kind of person. I see that like you're 20 minutes away and I'm supposed to meet you to do something, and I'll wake up 30 minutes before I have to go there, and I'll be like, 10 minutes is enough time to get up, and it's not enough time. But then I'm building in a 10-minute buffer. Oh, that sounds great. Yeah, give me the 10 minutes late, Johnny.
Okay. Would you rather have a shorter life that is where you are, more well-known, more rich, more famous, or a longer, calmer life?
A longer, calmer life.
Would you rather like peak at like 55 or make it to 85? But that 55, like pretty much everything's going your way. You got money, you got time, you got action. Or 85, but things are just kind of fine.
I mean, kind of fine sounds all right. I mean, I don't know what that means. Is it just my regular life? Because like, yeah, I think I'll take my regular life to 85 over the best life I could possibly imagine to 55.
Yeah.
I mean, my ideal life sounds like moving to the woods in Northwest Canada or New England or something, and just living in a cabin and not talking to that many people and hiking and living in the woods, Johnny. My ideal life is pretty simple. So okay. I don't think I'd want to party for another 20 years and then have it be over.
I think I agree with that. Okay, Tyler, you get to pause time,
Fuck
but only
yes.
but only for 1 hour. Is there a time that you think you would have used it already, or do you think there's a time you're waiting for, and what would that be? If you want to say.
Pause time for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
What am I gonna do by pausing time? Like going back in time? Like you can do a lot
No,
going back in time, but
you
like
can go
pausing
back.
time? What the fuck are you gonna do
Yeah,
pausing time?
pausing time. Well, you could sit at the deathbed of someone you love and get a final conversation with them.
But that's like time travel. Because
No,
like
that's pausing time. You know they're about to die.
so wait, they're in my time bubble then?
Yeah, yes. You get to pause time. You control what if things are moving or not. You control the time for 1 hour. Time doesn't move up or down. You just get to be active and make other people active.
I get to make some other people active. I don't know. I don't know how I'd use that. I don't want to have a last conversation with anyone like that. I feel like I guess no one in my life has died very suddenly. I've kind of known everybody on the way out, even the people who have died pretty young. I don't know, man. What would you use it for?
I don't know.
Stopping time for an hour, it's a shitty superpower. Dude, super speed is so much better than that, and having a clone is number one.
I think, look, if I could pause time and not age, I would definitely take that over a clone, over everything else.
But for like 1 hour doesn't do anything for you. Like I understand you're saying if you had that
not 1 hour like in your whole life, but I'm saying in general, if I could just stop time, like it doesn't change like the way things are moving. It just allows me more time. If I could just give myself more time, I definitely would.
So that's why super speed is the best power, because you essentially have as much time as you can move fast. The kind of sad part is like, you know, Barry Allen talks to people and he's like, oh my God, conversations are so fucking boring because everyone is so slow. But yeah, I think time stopping would be in the same. Like if I just want to sit down and play RuneScape for 16 hours a day, I could do that with the time stop thing, kind of, right? Am I like, does that, I'm going to say it functions like that, even though it's an MMO.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, it sounds great. It's essentially extending your life probably a shitload, right?
Yeah.
You could be maybe immortal.
I think this question is mainly around people who needed 1 more hour for something. They didn't get their last moment of something. And if like they were like, oh, I was going to do this and I was just too late, something happened. It's some big regret that is time based, that if they could have stopped time for 1 hour, they would have made it.
I could probably think of like something minor, but I hate to say this when I say this, Johnny. Kind of everything in my life has gone 100% my way, and I've kind of had like the best life ever, and it's been pretty awesome. My life is just so good, and I'm so happy all the time.
Oh, okay.
I'm such the lucky person, I feel like.
I feel lucky every single day of my life, Tyler.
Yeah. Like I don't know what I would change. And that's why I don't want to know why you changed my memories, because what if it's really bad?
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta go through. I have too many questions here. If you had to delete one emotion forever, which one is it?
Ooh. So the obvious one is sadness, but I think the world could be more interesting if we deleted something else. So like shame, I think, is like one of the most powerful motivators. What would happen? I think this would make the world way worse, by the way. But you delete shame, the world is completely different. It's just like crazy different.
Yeah.
But the thing, oh man. See, that would be really fun. But like if you don't have shame, like also I think that the person who like just presses the blow up the world button is just like, well, I don't care. I think the world would end pretty soon if we deleted shame. So what happens if we delete sadness? So there are still people in poverty. There are still people dying of like horrible diseases. There are still like impoverished countries. They're just not sad about it. I That's like pleasure machine kind of shit where it's like their life
Yeah.
sucks, but they're happy about it. Is
I
that
think
good?
I think I might delete regret.
I think I'm just going to go the obvious one and go with sadness. And I think the world becomes a really weird, fucked up place if you delete sadness and there's still bad things happening. But
Yeah, like honestly, my real answer is please don't delete any emotions. Like I think we need all of them.
no, I want to delete sadness. Oh, hey, there's a Pixar movie about that.
Okay.
Oh my god, another book idea. This is a great episode for book ideas. Sci-fi, like dystopian thriller where the emotion of sadness is deleted, or shame, another good one, and how that affects the world. Oh,
Brave New World, get some Soma. Double plus good.
Absolutely. All right, Brave New World 2. Let's go.
All right. What is a dumb hill you are willing to die on?
All right. Well, all right. If you go to I don't know if we have a website. If you go to historia.vg and you go to the podcast section, there's a podcast called the Collector's Quest podcast, and they don't die on dumb hills every day.
We sure do. We have a whole podcast about it.
Like, what do you want?
Anything outside of video games that you feel very passionately about?
It's worth doing things the hard way to maintain your online privacy, Johnny. Linux is worth using. I will die on that hill.
All right. Mayo is not suitable food.
Oh, it's fine.
Ugh, disgusting. The world was better when everyone had DVRs.
I told you that my dad hooked up a DVR the other week.
You did, yeah.
My dad,
He knows.
for those out of the loop, my dad has dementia, and I went into his network closet one day, and there was just a DVR hooked up with random cables plugged in, and it had no markings on the box. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? And I look it up. I looked up like the serial number. It's like, oh, it's an Amazon DVR. And my dad must have just plugged this in because he found it and figured it did something. No, the world was not better. Well, all right. So when everyone had DVRs in the 2000s.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, Johnny. That's those were the formative years of my life where you might say that everything was better because I was a kid.
Just badoop badoop badoop. If you know, you know.
It's the TiVo sound for those who don't know.
It sure is.
I
sure
never
is. I'm glad you knew. God, I love TiVo. I love TiVo because TiVo was such a revolution to me. It's like I could watch things and get through commercials. I could choose to watch commercials if I wanted to. I wasn't a prisoner to anybody else's schedule. My weird hours I kept weren't a problem anymore. It's just like, oh, I want to watch this basketball game, but I'm going to be up at 3 a.m. Okay. Oh, I can watch that basketball game at 2 speed. Excellent news. Thank you.
Johnny, I desperately miss the monoculture. Because the reason TiVo worked and we used it is because there was stuff that was worth recording and watching again because it was worth talking about. If there was a TV show that you had to TiVo to watch, basically, so like it's a cool show, but it airs at 4 p.m. and everyone's at work. No one would ever talk about that show because it's not on streaming like all the other shows that matter. The reason people talk about Stranger Things isn't because Stranger Things is the best show on TV. It's that it's the easiest to watch show with the highest budget. Give me the monoculture back. I fucking talked about 24 with my friends at school. I talked about the episode of 24 that aired the night before. Mediocre fucking show, 24, but fuck, everyone watched it.
God, what was the daughter's name? Kim. You talked about when Kim got cornered by a cougar or a mountain lion.
I don't even remember that happening.
Oh my God, there's a dumb episode where Kim gets cornered by a mountain lion. Real thing. Happened, filmed over by my house.
Excellent. That sounds awesome. I remember Jack Bauer dying multiple times, and that was a big, exciting thing. Like dying on the hour both times and then coming back to life in the next episode. Once was intentionally. It was a ruse of some kind.
What is an overrated food?
Pasta. Anything Italian. Carbs.
Sushi for me.
I literally just bought $100 of sushi last night. There's absolutely not
overrated.
Well, I mean, could it be overrated and still great? I don't think it's overrated. I think it's finely rated. I don't think people treat pizza or sushi like pizza. Like everyone loves pizza. I don't think everybody loves sushi in a pizza.
I don't think pizza's overrated.
Yeah, I don't think pizza's overrated either. I think it's like correctly your body saying like, this is the shit I need. Fuck yeah, cheese and meat and carbs. Let's eat it up.
Delicious.
It was like scientifically engineered to be like what your body thinks it wants or thinks it needs, but is not actually what it needs. Fucking, we're so stupid. We did engineering the wrong way. We fucked up. We could have spent all our science to make the most delicious, healthy food possible, and instead we just went overboard and we're like, but they'll buy more of it if we just make it 100% sugar, guys.
But ding dongs, you can get 24 of them for $3.
And the worst part is we all know that's the case, and we're still not strong enough to be like, oh, we should just buy food that's good for us, though. Because we could buy cupcakes instead.
Look, you scientifically engineer cauliflower to be the best thing I've ever eaten. Please do.
Absolutely.
Or give me a shot in my brain, which makes me think that, that I love cabbage. It's just the best food I've ever tasted.
What was the question? I'm trying to move on to the next thing.
Oh, what was the question? All right.
I don't even remember.
What's the last internet rabbit hole you fell down?
Internet rabbit hole. This is another first date question. God damn it. This is so... Do people actually look these questions up online and they're like, so, Kylie, what was the last internet rabbit hole you fell down?
You have given some very interesting answers that have told me a lot about you.
Yeah, but I'm just a super interesting guy. Everyone wants to date me, but I'm taken. Okay. Sorry, girls and guys.
Well, don't worry. There's none of those listening.
Sorry, guys. I don't know, man.
You don't know the last rabbit hole. You weren't like looking at pocket watches or some other dumbass bullshit.
I mean, I'm buying a car. My car I crashed in September, and I've been looking for a car since that day, I guess. Researching car shit. I don't know.
Okay. But, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm looking at my YouTube watch history. It's pretty fucking boring. It's a lot of cars, politics, and Super Mario Maker 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to mine. Is there anything? And the last thing I was watching was basketball stuff.
Oh yeah, we got those YouTube, the YouTube Spotify Wrapped or whatever. So YouTube thinks the number one thing it thinks I'm interested in is chess strategy. Of all the fucking videos I watch, it's like, this guy's so into chess. He loves chess. Yeah. He's the chess master. And I do watch chess videos. It's crazy that put that as my number one interest, though.
My number two thing was electric cars. I'm like, what do I watch about electric cars? What are we talking about? I'm subscribed to one channel.
The fucking funny thing is, it's not based on it's not like the topics of the video you're watching. They're just showing you like the advertiser pools you fall into. So the stuff you watch is the stuff that people who are into electric cars watch.
Yeah. Annoying. Let's see. What was the last rabbit hole I was really down? I did go down a hole on because I watched one video about how to make a scrambled egg, like the best scrambled egg you'll ever make. And I was like, that doesn't seem the way I would like scrambled egg. So then I watched like 10 other videos about how to make a perfect scrambled egg, and they were all different.
I learned how to make a perfect sunny side up egg in Metal Gear Solid 4, and I still follow that advice to this day.
Okay.
That's literally 18 years. You cover it, you put it in the thing, you cover it for 1 minute, you got to have the lid on it, you take it off, it's a perfect sunny side up egg. And I'm sure I could have looked that up in a book, but I only learned that in Metal Gear Solid 4. And I swear to God, I think about that game every time I make an egg now.
They did it. Another weird rabbit hole I went down is, what is the best toaster? Because my mom wants a toaster, but she said, hey, I really like your toaster, but they don't make my toaster anymore. I've had my toaster for like 10 years.
This seems like one of those things that Like, yes, there probably is a $250 best toaster, but it's like maybe 2% better than just like $7 toaster
Hey,
from Walmart.
you fucking just nailed every video I watched.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I thought. I'm like, but there's got to be, but because she was so specific about, well, she was sick of like, oh, this toaster died in 2 years. I'm like, yeah, mom, but I could get you a toaster that lasts 10 years. It's going to cost me $250. Or you could just always have a new toaster, that's for $25. That's going to be fine. I don't know.
I've made this mistake enough to know that buying, I like having the best stuff. I like having something that I could buy once, cry once, and I never have to think about it again. Looking just like right in front of me, my microphone, Shure SM7B, incredibly popular microphone because it's super good, it's durable, it will last me forever. But something like a toaster, I know, or like, I bought the fanciest coffee machine. I got it for my wedding, and it's just like, it sucks. Coffee machines are such a simple device. They heat up water and bubble them into a cup at the top. You don't need a $200 drip coffee maker. No matter what features it has, no matter how fancy it looks, it's literally the same thing as a Mr. Coffee. I will die on this hill, by the way. Okay. Buy cheap appliances. Not dishwashers. Buy an expensive dishwasher.
Depends. Buy the right expensive dishwasher, because if you get some, like we bought this house and it had all Viking stuff, including a Viking dishwasher. Total piece of shit, broke. It would cost more to fix it than to replace it.
All right. Buy cheap appliances if they're easy to replace and you're not going to have to like do plumbing and shit. Like, don't buy a cheap washing machine.
Also, it's like a weird, dumb custom size, so it makes it hard to replace. So annoying.
What a pain in the ass.
Yep. So. Okay, more questions coming in. We're over like 2 hours here. I think I can start to wrap this up. I think this has been illuminating for everyone listening. Here's a dumb question. That's an interview question. If you could master one skill, Tyler, what would that skill be? Instantly. Just you think it. Oh, I know kung fu. That moment.
What's the most? Do I have to pick now, or can I do research into it and come back? Because I would just pick the most lucrative thing. Whatever I think like the easiest job would be.
Bitcoin. You would always
predicting the price of Bitcoin. Something like that. Like stock trading. Like there are the 0.1% of traders who could just like do it, and they actually make money even in down markets. Like the average person, they think they're a genius because they make money when the market's going up, but everyone loses their money when the market goes down, except for the 0.1% who are actually smart. So stock trading, good one. Have
you heard about that guy? God, I forget his name, but he bankrupted a whole bank in the 90s. He lost a bunch of money on trades. They were supposed to sell, and he was supposed to buy stock, and he wound up actually selling this company's stock instead. So he put it into, and he worked for a bank, so he put it into like one of their error accounts to hide it.
Yeah.
And then over like a couple months, he earned it all back. But before that happened, he went in debt. He took that $40,000 debt and made it like $300,000 of debt, or $1 million of debt, something ludicrous. Then made it back, and then right after that, makes a very similar error, thinks he can make it back again, and winds up something like $700 million of debt or something, or $1 billion worth of debt.
Yeah, I know the story you're talking about.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, what other skill would be worth doing except for something that could just make you immediate money? I think, like, literally, I would pick the dumbest thing. I would be like crypto trader. I want to be the world's best crypto trader. Because you know what the world's best crypto trader does? They buy something for a cent and it's worth $1 million. It's not even like stocks where it's like, you need real information. The best crypto trader is like, oh, that's a scam. That's going to the moon. Perfect.
And I know exactly when to sell and be done.
Yeah.
And then you could do that. And then you could just follow all your life's real pursuits.
Hey guys, if there's any cryptocurrency true believers out there who are like, wow, this is really going to change the world one day, what goes through your head?
I've got a list of questions here I would like to learn about you.
There is, oh man, I've got a fantastic show recommendation. I think this is an Amazon Prime show. Is it called Sink or Swim? It's Shark Tank for crypto projects. And it's hilarious because there are no good crypto projects, which is the funniest part of crypto. They're all like, we're gonna make a video game and add NFTs. Oh, everyone's gonna love it because it's gonna be the best video game, and we really focus on the gameplay. But like, no one's gonna play your stupid NFT game. The first season, they were like glazing cryptocurrency, like, wow, everything crypto is so great. This is such an exciting project, and they were giving like thumbs up to all this like stupid bullshit that obviously went to zero. And they just came out with a second season with two amazing things. One of the panelists on their Shark Tank panel is Anthony Scaramucci.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know.
What?
The media guy from the first Trump administration for 2 weeks. The weirdest fucking pick. And two, everybody, so the first one, they treated it like they were like crypto guys who were like, oh, the community, it's pure ownership. On this season, everyone's just like, what? This is a crypto project. What the fuck are you talking about? No one cares about true ownership in video games. No one cares about NFTs. And they're treating them like they deserve to be treated. And it's a lot funnier for it. So go watch whatever Crypto Shark. Literally look up Crypto Shark Tank. I'm sure you'll find it.
Okay.
If you like cringing at crypto stuff, which everybody does. I see the numbers on like NFT videos on YouTube. People could make it. There's like NFT videos in late 2025. And they're like, how NFTs died, and they still get hundreds of thousands of views. People love shitting on NFTs.
They sure do. You can't resist.
You can't resist what?
You can't resist shitting on NFTs whenever you get a shot.
I have more NFTs than anyone listening to this podcast. Because I bought the first run of Atari NFT, the only run of Atari NFTs, which were about 25 cents at the time. So, I bought a few dozen of them. I spent like a good $40-50 in NFTs just for the novelty because they were Atari branded things. And now they're worth like 4 to 5 cents each. I don't think they're cool, but like, it's an Atari thing. It's in my collection. It's a digital asset that I own, and no one else has them, Johnny. You could go spend 4 cents on one, but will you? No, you won't. And I have those NFTs. Do I know where they are? You think I know where I left the keys to that NFT wallet? No, I have no idea. They're probably in a file somewhere. Maybe I even printed them out on paper. But in my mind, I own a good 20 or so 25 cent Atari NFTs, Johnny. And that makes me a cryptocurrency maximalist. What can I say?
You could say less. So weirdly, it's weird to me now that like having a password book at your house and just putting that in a safe is more secure than having an online password book.
Delete Bitword and start using KeePass XC. Keep all your passwords offline, guys.
Okay, I have more questions. Tyler, I could actually do another 2 hours of questions for you, like easily. I got a whole page of would you rathers.
Oh man. We'll save the would you rathers for the next thing. Also, would you rather? We're graduating from interview and date questions to like high school party.
Yeah, party questions. Yeah, I'm running the gamut.
All right.
Okay.
We're gonna play Truth or Dare on the episode after that.
I would love to play Truth or Dare with you. That's one. That's like one of the ones where Patreons get to they get to throw in for that one.
This is going to have to be on OnlyFans. This is our $1 million idea.
Yeah, this would you rather? I feel like it's just going to wind up with both of us in uncomfortable and on video.
I've deleted shame from my personality, Johnny.
I deleted that a long time ago. If there's nothing that people haven't learned about, or there's one thing people haven't learned about me yet, is I don't feel shame very often. Like I will do something ridiculous and in public, and I'm not like, oh God, I'm not. I just don't have a lot of shame.
You give best offers on eBay. I fear rejection too much.
You see how I walk around conventions. Like I'll just say something. That's fine. I'll make a public spectacle. I don't care. It's fine. I'm just not that worried about what people are going to think about me because I like me. And I like the people who like me, and I feel good, and I feel good about the people I have around me. All right. So I guess I could wrap it up. But you want me to save all these would you rathers? I'll give you a couple. I'll give you like 2.
Oh my God. All right.
Okay. We won't do that one. Let's see. I want to make them kind of okay. Oh, would you rather be really good at something kind of useless or average at something useful?
Okay, average at something useful. Yeah, what?
Me too. Yeah. Me
I'm
too.
really good at a lot of useless things. What are you talking about?
Like the best at something
The
useless.
best. What's
Like you might be the best at ball and cup.
Yeah, like what am I gonna do? That's stupid. If I'm average at like playing drums, like I have a new hobby. I could like do gigs at like local bars or something. Like that'd be great to be average
If
at
you were an
something
average
useful.
stock trader, you would just make money. It's just like
It all just comes down to money. Like all our skill based ones are like, oh, just make me an average stock trader and I'll be fine.
yeah.
Well, the problem is the average stock trader does worse than people who just put their money in the S&P 500. Guys, I'm talking about the S&P 500 index fund. Go on Vanguard.com, open an account, set up a 401k, max out that 401k every year, then set up an individual retirement account, and then once you maxed out your 401k, I think you could put $23,000 a year in that, and then you could start putting money in your IRA, and there's like a limit of like $7,000 or $8,000 in your IRA, and then anything over that you have to put in a regular brokerage account, and you're going to be so fucking set up for retirement you don't even know. And if you're like 25 years old, oh my God, let me tell you, you'd start putting $1,000 a month into retirement accounts and that stuff builds over time. You're going to feel so much better doing it now than when you're 35 and you're not going to listen to me. And then when you're 35, you're going to be like, fuck, I should have listened to Tyler 10 years ago. He was so right about that shit.
I feel like a lot of our podcast is we believe that people are going to listen to us and be like, man, they were right. I think I should have listened to those guys. I think that might as well be our brand slogan. Man, we should have listened to those guys.
What if I was really average at convincing people to do the right thing?
Congratulations.
Hey, all right.
Okay. Would you rather have a pause button for life or a fast forward button?
Who wants a fast forward button? What?
Yeah,
I want my life to be over sooner.
Maybe you just find work that tedious. I think this question changes the younger you are. I think lots of kids would be like, I would love to just fast forward through life. I want fast forward.
That's not even like we should make a sci-fi movie about that. There's like multiple sci-fi stories about that, and it's always the wrong idea. Is the movie Click about that?
With Adam Sandler and Christopher Walken?
I've never seen Click.
I've never seen Click either.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he fast forwards through shit, and then he's like, oh, I shouldn't have fast forwarded through all that shit, and then he like talks to the 3 ghosts of Christmas past, and they send him back.
Okay,
but good. Don't fast forward through your life. What the fuck? And if I press the pause button, that's the time stop, and I could just like play RuneScape whenever I want. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, that sounds awesome to me.
Like, there's no downsides. Like, fast forward, clear downsides.
What if you age during that time? You're burning your life without anyone interacting with you.
That's interesting. I mean, Ada would probably like that because then I stay hot when she gets old. And then so like she'll have like a 35-year-old husband. How old am I? Am I 36, 37? Like she'll be 80 and I'll still be like probably 39. And she'd be like, hey, this is a pretty good deal.
No, Tyler. I think you misunderstand. Your life will be moving. So you will be suddenly 80 and she will be 39.
Oh yeah, you're right. I fucked that up. Yeah. Man, the pause button's still way more useful. Like maybe don't use it to do stupid shit like play RuneScape, but like there's got to be situations where that's way more useful than a fucking fast forward button. Have some patience, idiot. Come on.
Yeah, I think both of those are dangerous things. I think the pause button, I think you could really sabotage your life with a pause button.
So, all right. So, but you're saying the fast forward button doesn't age you then?
Correct. Well, I mean, time moves forward, so you will
But I stay the same age. So everybody I know starts aging, but I stay the same age. That even sounds worse. I don't even know, like, I feel like I would prefer to age with the fast forward instead. I don't know. The pause is more useful. I think I would abuse the pause button and fuck up my life. Definitely, because I have no impulse control. Look at my video game collection. So the correct answer would be to have the ability to say no to both of these, but I'm going to pick the pause button anyway. Is that it? Is that the After Dark? This is a long After Dark. Oh, did I finally lose you? Did we finally get our first disconnect of the Jimmy Jams? Oh, yep, there we go.